Hi guys, it's Moon Magic and Gaming Gurus, and we're back again. You probably just saw me that really stupid move right there, right at the beginning. I apologise for that. The timing on the video starting is always random.
Yeah.
So Moon Magic and Gurus, we're back, and I'm joined as always by my partner in crime, the sketchy one, my co-host, Tash.
I'm gonna make sure you say that from now on. Seriously, it's just partner in crime works, but you know.
I think I like it. Partner in crime, the sketchy one, and co-host.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
I like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Because you're a bit sketchy, you see. So
I am very sketchy.
Very sketchy. You know what people don't realise is you're one of the most shocking people I've ever met. Yeah. The things you've done. Oh, I tell you.
Completely platonic way.
Even that's the first time.
Yeah.
Even the people in the East End would be gobsmacked by the sketchy stuff you do. So I want to ask you, how are you today, and how have you been this week?
Okay, it's been a bit of an up and down week. I've been in bed all day today, so.
I wonder why.
Well, we were gaming till late, weren't we?
Yeah.
Your fault. So I literally got up just before the chat. But no, it was a nice quiet Christmas. I did see friends and that, and it was nice of Donna to pop over and that. But you know, it was a small Christmas, if you know what I mean. You know, people have these big Christmases and everything, and loads of presents. I had a very small amount of presents, but awesome presents, and it was a nice day. What about you?
Well, it's like me, innit? I had a small Christmas myself.
Yeah.
It's one of the saddest things about Christmas, I think, is you're happy because you're around the people you love.
Yeah.
Right? I'm sure when you saw Donna, you saw Jane, and people, you were like, I'm glad to be around here because I love these people, you know?
Yeah.
Like when you open your presents, you're like, I love the pill, thank you for these and that. But there's always that part of you that sees these big, massive families just like, I want to be a part of one of them Christmases, you know? I want it to be properly Christmassy in the place with a nice table, with everybody sitting there, with everybody giving me gifts, right? You know? And you're just like, wow, this will be incredible, you know? But
yeah, you see these big family dinners and everything like that, and you're like, and people are like, oh, it's so stressful. And you're like, yeah, but at least you get it, you know.
Yeah, but at least you've got that because it means your family's closer.
Yeah.
You know, when I lived in England, I saw my mum and my dad, my mum and my stepdad.
Yeah.
And I'd go over and see my nan and my dad separately because they live 5 minutes from each other. So I'd go over and see them back and forth. I'd go from my mum's for dinner, go around my dad's, and then I'd come back for tea. And so I've always had 2 people Christmases, really, you know, 2 people.
Yeah.
And I would love it if someday in the future, because I'm hoping when I move back, I can have all 6 members of my family around the table with me.
That'd be awesome, yeah.
Yeah, you know, because I want to be that guy that has my family around me. You know, it might not happen, but at least I can give it a go.
Dream. Yeah.
Yeah, I can dream of a white. Copyright. So, you had a quiet but nice Christmas.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would say I had a nice Christmas. I had great gifts, thanks to you, thanks to Donna, and thanks to me.
Yeah, I know, right?
Black Friday.
I had that when I opened stuff. I was like, yay, I bought myself stuff. Thank you, Tash.
I remember years ago, my mum, I went round there and I wrapped her up presents and she opened them. She went, what's this? I went, this is a PSP game. And she went, I don't own a PSP. And I went, I know. I thought I could play it for you. She went, have you got the PSP? I went, no, it's at home. And she went, so you haven't even got the PSP here to play with me?
That's just so funny.
I was a kid at the time, but you know.
Oh yeah, but still. I will joke though, because of course I wrapped your presents, didn't I? The presents that you sent me.
You did.
And I couldn't even get my own wrapping undone. I was just like, I am renowned for sealing all corners and stuff like that. And yeah, I was just like, you idiot, Tash.
When I was a kid, true story.
Yeah.
Every Christmas, I'd unwrap everybody's presents, not just mine.
Right.
And I'd be in the floor going, ah. So what my mum started doing was get these big labels and put my name on. So that I wouldn't know what ones were mine.
Yeah.
And I still won't do everybody else's. I was a right little bastard. You know,
Yeah.
when it comes to Christmas. One birthday, I remember sleeping under the table. You know, as a kid, my mum was wrapping up the presents, so I was sleeping under the table because it was kind of like me having a, you know, like me sitting in a tent kind of thing in my mind.
Oh, right, yeah.
And I think it was the Sega Master System 2.
Oh,
she actually bought 2 of them for me, you know, because I think buy one and you could have the other one reduced price on it because I don't want to get rid of them.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I remember that. That was an awesome system.
I was awful when I was younger because I knew where my mum kept all the presents, so I'd like sneak into her bedroom and like look in the cupboard.
Well, I was really bad. I knew where my mum had her underwear and I used to wear it.
Oh!
I'm joking.
I know, but...
Oh, dear. I thought I'd see what your face was like. That's brilliant. No, my mum used to hide my birthday presents.
Gonna use that in a video, a highlight, you know.
Yeah, it's like that. When I was young, I used to go into my mother's bedroom and wear her clothes. There you go. I saved them from having to slow it then.
I know, right?
My mum used to put in the boot room, which was basically the middle room, which just had junk phone in it. You know.
Right, yeah.
In a bag. And I used to go in there. I was like, oh. Like one time when I had my PS2, and I actually pulled the PS2 out.
Yeah.
And actually played it while they were out, put it back in again. Right? And I'll do it, and she had it for a couple of months, and every time they went out, I'd play it for like 4 hours and put it back in. Even rewrap it, like it was wrapped up and everything, and I'd unclap it and I'd put it back down again. You know? And I remember getting it on the day and be like, oh, PS2. Oh, my mum going, well, you can play that game quick. Yeah, it was short.
That's just brilliant. Oh, done.
I miss, you know, as much as I hated being a kid because I had so many issues.
Yeah.
You know, there's
little things like that just,
there's little things like that but I miss, you know, like, I miss the fun of those silly things, you know. Would I want to be a kid again? No, the only time I want to be a kid again is so that I could redo, you know, like some years differently.
Redo it, yeah.
But other than that, I prefer being out. I'd rather be 18 again.
Really?
Yeah, because so much was there, but I could have stopped it from happening.
Ah, right, yeah.
So if I can ever get in a TARDIS.
Yeah, that's when you'd go back to. Stop things from happening.
Yeah.
But then, you know, those things make us who we are, so I guess, you know.
True. If certain things hadn't happened, I might not have ended in the position I'm in now.
Exactly. So.
You know.
It's a whole continuum.
It is. Well, it's like the time machine. He tries to save his wife so many times, and when he does, she dies every different ways.
Yeah. It's like if it's destined to happen, it's just...
Exactly. He saves her from a mug and then she gets run over. He saves her from getting run over and then she gets stabbed. It's really interesting, that movie. I love how he goes back in time and you've got Samantha Mumba, you know, in the remake.
Yeah.
And then you've got these weird, creepy people that keep chasing after them. And I'm like, just get a time machine and leave.
Yeah, exactly.
I like the,
sorry.
I was going to say, if that was me and I saw those creepy fuckers, I'd be like, I ain't fucking saying it. See ya. Bye-bye. Samantha Mumba, get in. Because we can take it easy. Goodbye. You know? It's like fucking swear jar. I need a swear jar because I swear constantly. It's like Doctor. You're like, why does he stay and talk to these weird looking things? They want to kill him, yet he stays. Just get in the TARDIS. Leave.
I haven't seen the Christmas special yet. Apparently, it's the best one for ages. So.
Oh really? I think the best one's The Witch and the Wardrobe.
Yeah.
I said,
apparently it's better than this past season. I said, well, that's not difficult to be.
You know what? I never finished the series.
No.
And I'm sure I won't watch the Christmas special. Right?
No.
I'll probably end up watching it on Blu-ray or something in the future.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't, I've got no, how can I put it? It's going to sound really bad. But of all the things I want to watch EastEnders, right?
Yeah.
I didn't want to watch Doctor Who because Doctor Who just seems like utter garbage now.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Priority-wise, it's just really, really... That's the thing. I recorded it, but I just haven't bothered to watch it. Whereas once upon a time, I would have watched it on the day or something, so...
Isn't it like River Song's Marriage or something?
Yeah, the husbands of River Song,
Yeah, I've got no interest in River Song. Worst character ever.
Yeah.
I'm going to save the Doctor. I'm going to give him 13 more lives. Oh, screw you. If I wish I was in that show, right? Because they'd be like, "Oh, I'm the Doctor." Yep, you're the Doctor.
That's nice.
Didn't you? Goodbye. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because the Sherlock Holmes one.
Are you NHS Doctor or Booper?
Because the Sherlock one was on as well, wasn't it?
No, that's not until New Year's apparently.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I want to watch Sherlock eventually. I just can't bother. I'm like, it's 3 episodes a series.
Yeah.
I want to get into Luther.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I want to give it a go. I've got HDs of it. I need to watch. Because I like the idea of a man who's supposed to be a detective just shouting at everybody.
Yeah.
So, it's, so Christmas was all right this year,
Yeah.
It was a bit sad for me, though, because obviously Mama Joyce died.
Because, yeah. So recent kind of thing.
And my nan died 7 days before
last year. Yeah.
So it was a rough time for us both, but I thought we did well.
Yeah.
Donna had fun. I had fun. Boxing Day, I just relaxed, watched wrestling. She watched Property Brothers.
I like how you literally took Boxing Day to the literal level of watching wrestling.
Hey, I watched 4 wrestling events. I mean, come on, And the best part is I can watch wrestling and not remember most of the matches to start off with, in the day.
Oh, really?
But whenever I watch WWE, I can remember every single main event, which is so bad because I think WWE is the worst wrestling thing at the minute.
Right, yeah.
So, like this. I bought this. I bought this for $9. So I guess how much it is to trade in?
2?
30 cents.
Really? Jeez.
Yeah. Oh, well, donate.
But you bought a shit ton of them, didn't you?
I did.
You bought on a sale.
So I was going through my collection, right?
Yeah.
Of what I've got here. And I didn't realise that I had days to watch. I mean, I bought this the other day. I got this. It's a rare Ring of Honor event.
Right.
I forgot I had this. This is a documentary.
Oh, yeah.
Right. And I was like, why would I have this? This ain't something I'd buy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like the men. I don't like the women.
Yeah, right.
Women are wrestling. Men. Whoa. Right. And then there was this serial review, and I was like, I better watch them.
Yeah.
I've watched women's wrestling, like not old wrestling, but newer wrestling.
Right, yeah.
And I don't mind it, but I don't like, I can't be honest, one of the things I hate about women's wrestling is I hate look at all that makeup on. Right? Just wrestle. Don't look like you've been a beauty queen while you're in the ring. It just makes you look
while you're all dolled up. Yeah.
Yeah. If I like female wrestling where they look basic, so that you're focusing on the moves.
Yeah.
But instead, it seems like people want to watch it to focus on women, jiggling and juggling. I'm just like, I can't bother with that. I'd rather watch the men grabbing each other's balls and shit.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a woman.
So when they come out wearing makeup, you got to worry.
There's a woman on PWG that does a move called the Ball Buster, where she goes all the men from behind and she throws them over. Yeah. The Ball Buster.
What is the PWG anyway, by the way?
What's it? What's the name?
Yeah, what's it an acronym for?
Pro Wrestling Gorilla.
Okay.
Yeah. PWX is Pro Wrestling Experience.
Right, yeah.
Shikawa is Shikawa, obviously, because that's the name. WWE is World Wrestling Entertainment, where it used to be Federation. WCW was World Championship Wrestling. TNA is Total Non-Stop Action. They changed it to Impact Wrestling now, didn't they?
Yeah.
Trying to think what else have I got. AAW is, I think, Absolute Wrestling.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing because they abbreviate him so much, and you think to yourself, "What's this?" Like I was watching that 10 Years of Carnage.
Yeah.
And I was talking about all these death matches, all these federations. I was like, I've never heard of this MCL, NCL, SSL, because half of them you never hear of because they never get to the point of being on DVD.
Right, yeah. So you're like, I have no idea who these people are.
No, I've got no idea who this person is. I know CZW, Combat Zone Wrestling, I know IWA and stuff like that, which it was basically around.
Yeah.
But the guy was saying when he started in MLA and all this stuff. I was like, what's MLA? That's not wrestling, is it?
No. Major League assholes.
But I will say this, so some people don't know, Tash got me some wrestling DVDs. 2 Blu-rays as well, actually. Yeah. For Christmas, which was very nice, I'm very grateful. I watched one of them. I'll talk about this just quickly. 10 Years of Carnage, which was basically about death matches, which a lot of people might not know about. It's basically when they do the light tubes and hit each other with it and do the blades and stuff. Now, I always thought it was fake.
No.
I always thought that, they did cut themselves, but it was like they did it to themselves and it was fake,
right.
sort of attack. But it's not. They're actually real blades and shit because the bloke had his whole arm there cut wide open. Right? And these people enjoy these matches and do them every year. Right?
Okay.
And all I kept thinking from that old documentary was, are these guys insane?
Yeah.
Right?
They all masochists.
When they talk to them, they all seem to have some issues. Like there was one guy on there who had scars all over his forehead from where he'd been seriously cut there.
Yeah.
And I was like, how the fuck can you do this to yourself? Do you know what I mean?
Some people have strange outlets for.
Right. There's one guy on there who was talking about how he got into it, and he said his dad died, and he was really messed up, and this helped him. Right?
Yeah.
And the one thing I noticed about all of them was they all seemed a little bit messed up.
Right. Yeah.
And none of them seemed how you'd call normal. Do you know what I mean? Like
right.
None of them seemed like people that just go work.
Not
and
quite.
Really,
yeah.
But to be honest, they were all from the south. So it was like,
rednecks.
Yeah, exactly. Rednecks seem to have rednecks. I've noticed that like people with serious mental health difficulties, they have this severe way of dealing with pain.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was awful. It was great DVD, but it was awful. And the guy who runs it talks like this. So he made the doc. Whenever he was on, I was like, "Come on, take him off," because he was like this. I started up the company. I was doing it like this. I was like, "Oh, shut up!" I was like, "If I see him in real life, I'm gonna punch him in the face."
Yeah.
And then to go to the wrestlers. Like, there's a guy there called John Ray or Ray or whatever his name was, saying like that.
Yeah.
I think it was Rare, but it could have been Ra. Like R-A-R-E, even though it's mate.
Yeah.
So he's talking. It's like, "Oh, I like being in the Carnage Cup. I started by watching it. And I wanted to be in it and now become good friends with the guy behind it." And I'm like, yeah, because you're killing yourself for him. I don't see him getting in the ring and doing it,
Yeah.
Oh, it was shocking. It was terrible. And Spider was like, "Just cut my arm open. It's all right." And I'm like, So that was really disturbing. And there was a bit there when one of them stuck a pair of scissors through a guy's tongue.
Yeah.
Right. All the way, so it was like in the big bit, so it was all the way in there and down there. I was like,
yeah.
I was like, how can you want to do that to yourself?
I don't get those ones when you see people with their piercings like that. It's just like, oh.
And I don't get these people that have these big loop ears and have their ears cut.
Oh yeah, the big yeah.
Why would you do that to yourself?
I don't get the people who split their tongue so it's like a snake.
To me, these people are self-destructive.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. If anybody don't like that, I'm sorry, but that's my opinion.
Right. Yeah.
The split tongue snake thing is good for something, and I won't mention it in the chat, but I'm sure you know what. Because they go like this, and they go, But going to the Young Bucks 2 Sweet Journey I watched, that was a lot different because basically it was following them on their road to their journey to wrestling the Hardy Boys, who most people know from WWE. And throughout, you listen to them talk about their life and you listen to them talk about, like their families and stuff. And it's actually one of those documentaries that actually made me respect them more.
Right.
You know, because they were good Christian boys. They weren't these people that just thought they were better. And they've made money from wrestling all over the place. And it was just a really, really nice documentary. It had 2 hours of special features, which most of the thing didn't make sense. There was a bit in it where it was like, screw your mama in the pussy. Well, one of them was an interview, and he was just like, what's that?
Yeah.
And I was like, what's that doing? And I was like, I don't wear that. I want to hear proper stuff. But it was an awesome DVD set. So I thank you for those 2 so far that I've watched. I'm looking forward to watching the other 3. But thank you for you know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Did Donna like her necklace?
What?
Or whatever it was. You got a jewellery?
Oh, I got her earrings.
Earrings, sorry.
Yeah, it was originally going to be a necklace.
Right.
But what happened was it didn't work out, so I got some earrings again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the earrings, she really liked them. They made her cry.
Oh.
I like making Donna cry.
You like?
You know, I like making her cry because when she cries with happiness, it's a really nice thing, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. She really loved it. It really made her feel a lot better.
Right, yeah.
The point was on is she's very hard. Like, I'll buy her flowers and she'll cry and be happy about it, and then the next minute it's like never happened. You know. Not because in her mind it does, but just like, oh, they're there, you know.
Yeah.
When we were courting, when I was online, I bought her flowers once. And the day I bought her the flowers and I was supposed to deliver, her mum was in hospital. Her mum ended up in hospital. And I was like, oh fuck. Not because of her mum being in hospital, but because obviously she wasn't gonna be there.
Yeah.
So the flowers ended up there for 2 days without being seen, and they died.
Yeah.
It cost me $140 for roses.
Jeez.
Yeah. 1 year I bought her 5 dozen roses. Seriously, 5 dozen.
Wow.
Yeah. That's how you do it. You buy 5
That's
dozen.
How you just...
Next time I buy them, I'll have to buy 20 dozen. Imagine that. Still Pigeon showed her group at the time, and they were all like...
Really?
Yeah.
I could just imagine them like, did he buy you enough? You know?
Well, you know, someone's got to be extravagant for, you know.
Oh yeah, for the one you love, yeah.
Yeah. You know. So, let's talk about you. Let's talk about the sketchy one. Let's talk about what you've been doing. Let's talk about your plans for videos and stuff.
All right, yeah. Well, you've got some plans as well, haven't you? It's that kind of thing where...
I'm going to make a top 10 friends list. Obviously, that won't get me in trouble at all. But I'm going to put top 10 friends and who's at my number 1 ranking and who's at my number 10 ranking. And I don't think that's going to get me in trouble at all.
I can't wait to see that. That'll be interesting.
And I'm going to talk about each person individually. I'm going to go, oh yeah, this person's got a great heart. This person's this person's at number 7 because not only have they got a good heart, but they're a little bit more frustrating. So I'd put them down there. I see it now. John, why the fuck am I at number 1? You know, oh shit, you know. But no, of course I'm not going to do
I
mine.
just like your ass that much.
If I did a list like that, I'd have to make it very comical. Otherwise, people would get very angry.
Oh yeah, people will get exactly.
I don't think I could do a top 10. I don't think I could, even if I wanted to. I don't think I've got many people to talk to.
No, exactly.
I'd have to put Donna on the list, so that probably
be exactly. Me she would have to be number 1. So.
I'd probably put her at number 6. You know, and when people go, "Why is your wife number 6?" I go, "Because she frustrates the hell out of me." That puts her down. No, I'm gonna do top 10 wrestlers list. I'm gonna do the years I've watched this, but I'm doing that bit on Facebook, not on here. And I'm gonna do my top movies, top worst movies I watched this year, like I did last year. The point is, this year I might not even be able to remember what the movies were like.
Yeah, what did you? Yeah, exactly. Because you haven't watched as many this year, kind of thing.
No, I watched 180 unless I watched them all by the end of the year. And most of them weren't in 2015. So, some weren't made.
Yeah.
So that's why I always do my watch list of what I've watched and not of 2015.
Yeah. Because didn't you do your list of like TV shows that you've watched?
Yeah, I've done a list. I'm going to talk about some TV shows. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens next as well.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I think that's what I'm going to do.
Awesome. Look forward to seeing those.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to do. We talked about this briefly last week, especially because was it Ashley asked if what our favourite games of the year were?
Yeah, I think he said what were your top 5 games. I think he said.
Yeah. And I've seen a lot of like best of the year and worst of the year, and I'm like, there's nothing that I've played that has made me feel either way that's been released this year. Even say Everyone's Gone to the Rapture bored me, but at the same time it was so beautiful and it was a charm to it that I couldn't put it on the worst list.
But that's different. That's a different game.
But that's a very different type of game.
The problem with that is you'd have to put that in the independent section.
Yeah, exactly. Because then I'd have stuff like Never Alone and stuff. What I'm saying though is obviously, a lot of people, they've put games on the old, the best of list, and I'm like, but it was flawed. It was severely, it had problems with it. And it always cracks me up when people are going, oh, this was one of my favourite games of this year, but there was this wrong with it and that wrong with it. And you're like, but why is it on your favourites list if you think it's actually quite problematic?
Yeah.
So I want to do, like, just a list of either 5 or 10 games that, that I've played that I either liked but felt were problematic, or I didn't like, but I felt that they had qualities that, were promising.
I think that you should do a 10 list.
Yeah.
Because I think there's enough there. I think your video's going to be about an hour, but
yeah.
I think that's good because it means you're actually going in depth on each one.
I want to try and stay as brief as possible, but at the same time get into it a little bit.
Right, the problem is with staying brief, and it's like reviews, isn't it? When you stay brief, there's so much you miss out, but you want to say.
Yeah, exactly.
There's some good.
Maybe I'll split it into 2 videos. I don't know.
We playing Arkham Knight again. Going back to it.
Yeah.
I can say the game's great, but it is flawed a lot.
Yeah.
Like I've been playing the AR challenges, and basically they're like predators and stuff, and you've got to beat these and get these combos and shit. I hate things like that, and I'll tell you why. Because it means I have to concentrate and I have to be doing it, and I'm just like,
yeah,
I don't want to do this. I want to be able to just enjoy doing the story,
Yeah. I don't like how much the Batmobile is such a centre of that game, and I don't get the whole Riddler thing with the bloody puzzle, races.
Yeah, I don't get that because I know you have to get these keys because I've got many of the keys in the past.
Yeah.
But I don't get why the Riddler would have you doing Batmobile riddles. Yeah. It's like, of all the things he'd get you to do, it won't be that.
And it's the fact he gives you a chance to keep redoing them. It's just like, what is wrong with you? You're the worst villain ever.
I don't like how they changed the way he looks because he looks just like a really bad geeky guy now.
He does. Yeah.
Who's like living in a lawn chair in the south or something.
It's like they've tried to go for more the guy that's in Gotham. Before he became the Riddler kind of thing. And it's like they've gone more for him because he's this gangly, geeky guy, and I think and I don't like that because they've changed the character a lot,
Well, I play the flip of a coin where you play as Robin and you have to get Two-Face. And throughout the whole thing, they're going, "You're not him, Tim. You're not him." And he goes, "People keep telling me I'm not Batman." And I'm like, you're not Batman. What the fuck?
No, you're fucking Robin. Yeah.
And then I'm watching I'm playing Nightwing trying to get Penguin because these are the DLCs.
Yeah.
Right? And they're like, oh, Master Wayne is dead now, so I get all the money. And I'm like, oh. Then I play as Catwoman. It's probably the best because she moves on that floor really nice. You know what I'm saying? It's got that
clean. Yeah, you like watching that. Yeah.
Oh.
You get a little distracted while watching her run around and flipping and stuff.
And I didn't do it once because I focused so much on the character. I survived the whole thing.
You're watching what she's doing, yeah.
Yeah. I was so interested in the movement and the jiggling, but I was like, shit, got to keep this going.
All that tight lever, it's yeah.
You know, and then I started going to say the AI changes. So I'm like, oh, here we go. Because I've got to do all this stuff, and I'm like, oh, and I'm like, do I want to do this before I get the plat? And I'm like, I'm not going to get the plat because of that combo. You know, in all the Batman games, I never get the plat just because of that fucking combo thing where you have to do the 15 move shit. I can never do it. Yeah. So what happens is I never get the platinum because of that.
Ah, really?
Yeah, but I've got a plan for that, which I told you about last night. Why is the phone ringing? Let me have a look.
Oh, it stopped.
Oh, it's X. Oh? What was that? Okay. That was weird. Robert Weinstein's calling.
Oh?
Robert Weinstein. What if he's related to Harvey Weinstein from Milton?
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah. Can you imagine?
We've just seen you on Movie Magic Game.
We want you, we want to do a movie with you.
We want to do a Movie Magic Game Gurus movie. What does that involve?
Well, you and your partner in crime. I'm waiting for a phone call now.
Oh, that'd be great if it started ringing then.
That would have been brilliant.
You know, the Batman game is not bad. It's got the one thing I do like about that Batman game. It's got so much going on in it.
Yeah.
You know, like you've got a serial killer, you've got the fire team, you've got Azrael, you've got Catwoman, you've got all this stuff going on in it.
Yeah.
And it's probably the best Batman game for that. The fact you've got so much of that going on in it.
Yeah.
But I don't like. Oh yeah, and you've got to stop the Penguin and all that stuff. You know. But what I don't like is how Penguin looks so normal.
Right, yeah.
It looks just like a small bald-headed bloke. You know,
I know, right? It's just like...
I like the Penguin from the days of Danny DeVito and that, where he looked really messed up.
They're messed up, yeah, exactly.
You know? So, coming on games, what do you think?
It's just... I miss the times of when... you would get a game and it would just enthrall you. You know, like, say, like, you got Uncharted and you would play it non-stop and stuff like that. And, yeah, looking back at them, they've got their problems, but they never bothered you while gaming. Like, I mean, I said to you, I've played Last of Us so many times now, and yet I still enjoy playing it. You know, in the same way that, say, now you've played The Evil Within, you're really gripped by it kind of thing. And I just feel like there is nothing that has been released this year. We've had so many just sandbox and multiplayer based games that there's not been. And I mean, the only real like linear storytelling, The Order, feel really, really badly short. And it just makes me sad that there's nothing outrightly now where you can go, oh my god, this is the best game ever. And I mean, everybody was hailing Metal Gear 5 as the game of the year, and I was just like, no. Not that I'm not saying it's not playable, but it has severe problems. But then there's not been anything that I could say has been the worst game I've played. I mean, you know, I hate the new Rainbow Six, but it does have some redeeming qualities, you know.
Yeah. Well, I like Rainbow Six. I just feel it's really lacking.
Yeah. Much like say Battlefront.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like it could have been a lot better. Really, we can't mention Battlefront because we haven't played it.
No, we haven't played it properly.
So we can't really mention that, really.
No.
You know, only because I think you should always play a game, get a fair
chance. Yeah. We've only played the beta and that.
When we do get to play it, then we can talk about it properly, you know?
Yeah. You've played it.
I played it a little bit. I haven't played it completely because
No.
I've been when I play a game. I'll tell you about this. I'll tell you a story. Back before I met the Sketchney one, I
used to play games on his own.
I used to play games on my own. Now I met Tash, and we've been gaming for what feels like forever now. Right? I just get so depressed when I get in a multiplayer game and I'm on my own. I'm like, I need my crew here. That's right, I need my crew, my partner in crime. You know, and so I get bored with them very quickly if Tash ain't there. So I wait for Tash to be there, and then we play them. There you go, you say.
Yeah. What?
I read a message on one of my videos. I was trying to say, there we go. I couldn't see the whole message, and the problem with that is when you can't see the whole message.
Right, yeah.
You end up.
Was it a dodgy message or?
No. Don't worry about it. I'll tell you after the chat.
Okay, yeah.
I just want to check it while I remembered it. I mean, Rainbow Six, in my view, it's not the worst game, but it surely it could do with some improvements.
Yeah.
You think about, I mean, when I think about Star Wars, it can't have that many less maps than the bloody Rainbow Six. I mean, Rainbow Six has got like what, 7?
Yeah. Yeah. I think Battlefront only has about 4, doesn't it, or something? So.
I think it's more than that. I think. Yeah. I don't know. I honestly don't know.
No, I'm just I just use that as an example because it is another game that's its main focus on multiplayer as opposed to.
But the thing
at least Rainbow Six has single player a bit more.
You'd think these things would because Star Wars. So when you do survival, you can do that the same way.
Oh, can you do that? Yeah.
I don't recommend it though because it means it's more boring. But you know, I mean, Rainbow. You'd think these games were multiplayer. You'd think they'd put like 20, 30 maps in, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because it makes more sense to have 20, 30 maps than 4 or 5. You know. But the DLC for Star Wars is $49.99. They ain't had any yet, I don't think.
Really?
Yeah, I got to pay $50 for DLC for a game which ain't going to give me new maps. Apparently, they're going to give the first 3 Star Wars, the original trilogy. Apparently, they're going to focus more on that during the DLC.
That doesn't surprise me.
But we can get the plaque just on playing it normally.
I know, right? Yeah.
You know? That's all I care about.
So, I mean, the one that's turning up on most people's list is surprisingly Assassin's Creed Syndicate. Now, I've just started playing this, and it'll probably end up on my list because of just what I want to talk about with it. But I know you've completed it and platinumed it. I mean, I'm surprised because obviously after the debacle that was Unity, it's nice to see Creed kind of coming back a little bit, like getting people's.
I think people put Unity down too much. I think Unity was bad, but I think it was bad in all the funny ways, like those glitches and shit. They're so funny.
Yeah, but I didn't like the characters, and the story was shit. Whereas I like the characters in Syndicate. I
thought Arno was one of the most boring characters ever. He was like, I tell you what Arno was. It was like the carbon copy of fucking Ezio.
No, Ezio was way better.
But I mean, he was like a copy of. No, what I'm saying is, he was like a shitty version.
Oh yeah.
You know, with the way he was, like the flirting and like the running around and stuff.
I just found him to be a whiny little bitch.
It was like, in my view, the new age version of him, but shit.
Yeah, it was like emo. Emo Ezio.
Yeah, because if you look at Ezio and then you look at him, they're very similar in their personalities in certain aspects.
Yeah.
Like how Ezio was always in trouble at the beginning. So was Arno with those guys.
Yeah.
You know, so I think it was shit because they didn't focus on making a complete new character.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I thought Kenway was boring.
Yeah, I didn't like Kenway. I didn't get his reasons for being with the Creed.
On Assassin's Creed Syndicate, it says he's one of the greatest assassins of all time. I'm like, he was never an assassin.
No, exactly. Yeah.
He killed an assassin and then ended up friends with assassins.
Just stole their shit. Yeah.
And what happened to you had to have one of your fingers cut off to have the blade?
Yeah, exactly.
You know. But anyway, You know, I think Syndicate is great direction for the game.
Yeah.
Because I think Syndicate is the same old formula.
Yeah.
And I think finally they put it in England where they can say, "You're gonna make wholesome jam out of you," and it makes sense.
Oh, there was one insult I heard the other day. I was like, oh my god, that's my new one. That was brilliant. I can't remember what was said, but it made me laugh. It was just like.
But I never understood why people were saying wholesome jam in France.
No, I know, right? Yeah, they were all using these like Cockney bloody slang, you know.
And when they were in Italy, they do the same thing as well. And I was like, but you know, you're in Italy, you should be surely insulting Italian.
Yeah. It cracked me out with Unity because, you know, Ubisoft is a French company, and it's like
silly, you know. But I think Syndicus great. I like Evie and I like Jacob. I think I play as Jacob more, and then I think I finished the game as Evie because you can switch between them after a certain period.
Yeah.
One thing I didn't like was all the side missions, like Bounty Hunt, where you had to get the guy and put him in the carriage and drive him to the place without killing him and stuff. I didn't like that.
Oh, right,
There's a lot of collectibles in the game. Some of them you'd never find unless you look online.
Really?
I tried looking around for the secrets of London, and you see them. If you're even 5 meters away from them, it comes up on your map.
Right, yeah.
But I'm like, I can't bother to go around the whole map constantly, maybe missing and spending hours upon hours upon hours.
Yeah.
So what I do is I complete the game, and I pick up the things I find doing then.
Right, yeah.
And then I go, oh, where have I looked? And I look there, and if I find out, if not, I look on on a video.
Yeah.
Because then I've given it a chance.
Yeah.
And what I didn't like was the City of London unlocks a outfit.
Right.
A white outfit for Evie, but nothing for Jacob, which annoyed me.
Right, yeah.
Because I was like, it'd be nice if it had done something for Jacob, because, you know, if people don't play as Evie, then it messes it up, doesn't it?
Yeah, because some people play more as one than the other, and it's
exactly.
Yeah.
You know, but I enjoyed the story. I thought the story was good. I just think the main villain, the final boss fight, is awful. If you look on forums and that, everybody complains about it because it's
really
crap. You know.
Yeah, I heard it was really bad. Yeah.
The rest of it's all right. Excuse me. I would say it's the best Assassin's Creed game since number 2.
A lot of people have been saying it's the best for quite some time. So, I mean, like I say, I've enjoyed the characters from what I've played so far. I hate the controls. That is my one gripe with it. But because I hate that there's no like jump button. You press a jump button, what would normally be the jump button, and you go into either stealth mode or and because it's habit for me to press the jump. Yeah, you just have to free run and like but yeah, no, I've enjoyed the characters a lot more. Graphically, it's I don't know what it is. I always seem to struggle with that, especially with the Creed games. But I hate when you go back to the Abstergo stuff. With Unity, because like they were starting out with it was their first try with the PS4 hardware. The graphics in the Abstergo bit was really good, like really realistic. But this time it's not as good. I didn't get that at all.
Well, my problem is the DLC that I played recently, Jack the Ripper.
Yeah, because you played. Yeah.
The graphics look awful.
Really?
They look so bad compared to the main game.
Yeah.
There's the constant freezing and everything. It's awful, right? Besides the DLC being completely ridiculous and crap, you know, which it is. It'd be cool paying £11.99 for that.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm hoping Marmoshar missions, you know, the Henry Green ones. I'm hoping I'm hoping that they come out soon and they're better. You know. And the reason I got rid of the game yet is because I'm not sure if obviously it's going to have trophies for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not very happy about the DLC. But the game itself, I think the game looks all right. The faces at times look a little bit, you know? Evie for me looks like a doll. Her face looks like a Chucky doll. Yeah. To a certain extent, you know. Right. Jacob's face looks like it's a little bit disjointed at times when he's moving his face.
Right.
Like he seems a little bit like he's there, but he's a bit of a ghost as well.
Yeah.
Henry Green's my favourite character of the whole game.
Right, yeah.
You know, him and Evie, But the thing that pissed me off about that game, and the one thing that made that game great, I'm not a feminist person, everybody knows I'm men rule the world, you know, and all this. Men rule the world with an iron fist.
Yeah.
Obviously, that's not true, but you know what I mean.
Remotely sexist. This is what I have to put up with when I'm gaming people.
I could say far worse. That's what I'm saying. But what annoyed me about the game, and you'll see it, it's very obvious things, so it's not really a spoiler.
Yeah.
Right? And you can see it from the beginning of the game anyway. Evie, who's a strong-willed woman who says, you have to get stuff done, Jacob. Don't focus on the rocks. Don't do this. Don't do that. Right?
Yeah. She's
falling in love with Henry Green.
Yeah.
Right?
But doesn't she end up Alexander Graham Bell have something at some point as well?
No. Alexander Graham Bell fancies her and they have a little kind of chatty thing, but they're not really connected. But and when you first start the game, it seems like they're gonna.
Yeah. But then she has all goo eyes over Henry,
Goo eyed over Henry. And you're like, this is ridiculous. Because she's an assassin. She's telling Jacob not to mess about. Yeah, she's focused on Henry, and that comes back later on in the actual story. Right?
Yeah, I don't like this whole women going over.
I'm getting tired of women in games being besotted with men. Right?
Yeah.
Why can't Henry Green be fancying her and her be all business?
Yeah, exactly.
And maybe at the end of the game, them getting married or something.
Yeah.
Right? Because in the DLC, you don't hear of Henry Green because you're playing as Evie.
Yeah.
All you hear is, me and Jacob Henry were with Jack the lad. It was Jack.
Yeah.
Right?
Because it's like 30 years later or something, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. And she's an old woman and she looks completely different. Right?
Right. Yeah.
But I'm standing there, I'm like, where's Henry Green? Shouldn't Henry Green be in this DLC a little bit?
Yeah.
What's happened? Has he been killed by a temper?
Yeah. Maybe she killed him off.
Yeah, you know, but it annoys me because I was like, come on, she's a girl slash woman, you know, because she's quite young really in it, I think.
Yeah, well,
also about what, 20s?
Yeah.
Right. And I'm like, you know, I don't like this. And like, there's this thing we have to collect these pressed flowers, right?
Right.
And you collect and you put them in a book for Henry, and he's like, oh, they're so nice, aren't they? And she's like, yes, Henry. And you're like, come on, really?
She's supposed to be this strong, independent woman, and you know.
I think that's the only thing. I think that and the boss fight were the only two things that kind of ruined the game for me.
Yeah.
And all the bloody side stuff I had to do. I like side stuff, but when it's collecting and when it's doing the same mission over and over again, it's a bit annoying. But the main story was great.
Yeah. I know. Rise of the Tomb Raider is turning up on everybody's lists, and you've played this. And what cracked me up with this turning up on people's lists is, in the same breath that they said that this game was amazing, is that they said how Lara's character seems to be stuck in the same rut, you know, like, and she doesn't seem to be particularly well written. Seems to be the main problem a lot of people seem to have with her, and that the tomb raiding is still very optional.
Well, you know, I would put this in one of my biggest disappointments of the year.
Yeah. I have seen it in a disappointments list as well. I think Boogie put it in his...
Because the game starts out with, and the graphics are beautiful when the cutscenes.
Right, yeah.
In some places. I don't know if it was the TV in the living room or if it was the actual game. Because the TV in the living room makes Assassin's Creed look worse than it does.
Right.
So I'm not going to mention graphics, just in case.
Yeah.
I don't like the lower cost about 16.
Yeah.
I don't like
Jailbait, yeah.
I like the optional tomes. I do like that.
Right.
I like the idea of optional tomes. But the point is, there should be tomes that you go to without the optional tomes.
Right, yeah.
Like, for instance, in games where you have missions, then you have the side missions. That's what it should have been.
Yeah.
The main story, I thought, was good at first, and then I thought it went bad. Oh. Like,
right, yeah.
You start off and you're exploring. There's these criminal guys. I can't remember what they're called or not. What are they called? Anyway, it don't matter because they're very forgettable.
Yeah.
And basically, her dad died. He couldn't prove that what he was talking about was real. She wants to find it. She wants to clear his name. Right.
Right.
So there she is with her friend. I think his name's Jacob. I can't remember. He looks like the same guy who's in bloody Beyond Two Souls. You know?
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah, the black guy with the beard, right?
Right. Yeah.
And he looks the same guy, and I was like, really? It's not, but he looks like the same.
Yeah.
Right? So he loses her because he gets stuck. Right? She goes going through tombs and through the snow and all this, and there's these optional tombs. And the problem with the optional tombs is they're not that challenging. It's blow up this, blow up there, get through here, go up there, done.
Right, yeah.
Right? The old Tomb Raider, you'd have to figure shit out. Press buttons at the right time.
Yeah, proper puzzles. Yeah.
This didn't feel like that. And I found at this point, like there were bits where you had to put so much water into a container and then swing it. And I'm like,
yeah, I've seen, yeah.
I'm like, this is basic kid stuff. I could have done this when I was 12. Right?
Yeah.
But the thing that ruins that game is about halfway through, it ends up just gunfights constantly.
Yeah.
And you're like, a girl like Lara Croft won't be able to beat all these guys up. Right?
Yeah.
If Lara Croft went up behind someone and started choking them, all they'd have to do is go like that and then throw straight over them.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
If someone like you or me did it, people wouldn't be able to grab on us and throw us over, you know, because we'd be able to put a whole weight down and fully pull.
Yeah.
You know, but someone like Lara Croft is like a skinny, tiny thing.
It's a skinny, is that young thing? Yeah.
I could just go like that, grab all the way and just pull them over. Right?
Yeah.
You know, so there's loads of guys around, you know. So that just went out, ended up gunfights over and over and over and over again.
Well, so that's the thing. When you think of like Tomb Raider, you know, there was so little of the action, you know, like that because it was primarily puzzle and that driven. And now because they copied Uncharted, it's just. And
the end. See the boss fight. I was listening because there's these voice records for the whole game.
Right. Yeah.
And you listen to them, and they're great for giving you stories that you're not getting from the actual game.
Right, yeah.
Like, why is she doing this? Why did her dad die? Why did the woman kill her dad? And why is this happening? You know.
Yeah.
But the thing that annoyed me about the game was the ending. The ending annoyed me because you go against Constantine, and he's in a bloody helicopter, and all you got to do is tell the people who are working with Jonah. I think it's Jonah, or I think it's Jonah's the guy because the Jonah doesn't die because he's like I don't know. It's like the prophet or whatever, you know.
Right,
and
yeah.
You talk to them, they shoot the thing, and you shoot it, and it blows up the helicopter, and you have to do it a few times. And you have to shoot guys as he disappears for a minute, you know. After you do that, you climb up the place, there's no real ending, because what's happening is you go into a cutscene, you stop the sister from doing what she's doing, and that's it. You don't do it. That's the cutscene. You don't even stop the main thing from happening. All right? So... You get smothered in these pills shooting at you constantly. You're shooting back. You're doing this. And it's a big, massive disappointment of the game because, like you said, the old Tomb Raiders, they had loads of action, but the action of an adventurer, not the action of a gun hero.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Like, you'd have most of a boulder would come running at you and you'd have to jump out the way because you set off a trap.
Yeah.
You know, and stuff like that. Or you had, like, these arrows being shot because you walked over, so instead of jumping. That kind of action is the action we care about. Another thing I didn't like about the game was having to look at all these pictures to learn Greek and to learn Portuguese.
Oh, no, different.
All that. Yeah. I've never ever ended up getting to the levels that I should have done to read everything because there's no point.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
You know? Unless you're trying to get the achievement.
There's no like drive to go do those bits. Kind of.
It doesn't make a difference. Oh, and at the beginning where I kept trying to do things, it kept going, you haven't got the right equipment. I was really pissed off about that. You know.
I know one argument I heard as well was the fact that, you know, after all she's been through, she's still like, she doesn't have a personal reason to be doing all this tomb raiding. All she keeps doing is, oh, it's my father, this, that, and the other. It's like, why, you know, there's a limit.
I actually disagree because there is a personal reason. The personal reason is her father. And if somebody, if your father's a tomb raider and you care about your father and your father took you to some of these places and you're that type of person, you'd be tomb raiding too.
Oh, I'm just saying what I heard, you know. I can understand why some people would be like, you know.
I can, but in my view, that is the personal reason.
That is the personal reason, yeah.
Because exactly. at the end of Rise of the Tomb Raider, there's a sequel, right, where it says, oh, they're still all over the place, I need to stop them. And I'm like, you're 17 years old.
Yeah. Go partying.
You're gonna go and kill these people. One thing I don't like about games is how people like Lara Croft are not affected by killing people.
Right, yeah.
You know, I like the other game. You know, the one that was on the PS4. I like that because it was more Tomb Raider because you were going all over the place and doing things.
Right. Yeah.
And I felt like the ending to this was the same as the ending of that one, in the fact that you have these Japanese guys walking originally on the other one.
Mm.
On this one, you're going along and they're walking along the bridge.
Oh yeah.
You know, so I don't know. The game to me is one of the most disappointing games of the year. It's the reason I bought the Xbox.
No, I know, right? Because you got the bundle, didn't you?
Yeah.
But you say it's the most disappointing. Yeah, I have seen it turn up on people's disappointed list, but that's why then I'm surprised when people are putting it on their best of the year list. It's because
people go by the hype.
They just see the Tomb Raider name and just immediately go, oh yeah, no, it's totally. They probably don't even have to play it to just.
It's like playing Uncharted 1 again. I realise it's the worst in the series.
Yeah.
Not because it's a bad game, but because the story is lacking.
Yeah, it's very basic. Yeah,
especially the end where the guy gets turned over and then you're just killing that guy instead of.
I played it and was surprised how short it was. I was just like, wow, this game's actually really short.
Yeah, you can complete it. You can complete it in less than 2 hours.
Yeah.
Especially if you lose the glitch. Use the glitch where you jump through the thing.
Exactly. Do the glitch bit. And
the best part was when the best part in that video is when the bird goes like this. Want to get you tired of Elena? Go through the wall. I love that bit.
That's brilliant. I think everybody should try to escape from Elena. It's so distracting for me though, because the one who plays Elena is in Haven, and you just hear her voice, and you're just waiting for her to.
Seriously?
And even better is her character in Haven is totally in love with this character whose name is Nathan. I am not even kidding. And you know what? It's only just dawned on me that is the case.
Talk about Uncharted. Have you seen the new trailer for it?
No, is there a new one?
It's like a TV spot kind of one where he says, "People remember me as a treasure hunter, but that's not all I was," and it shows him saving Sully.
Oh no, I haven't seen that one.
Because what it does is it shows this gold coin flying in, him going to catch it.
Oh right,
and then it shows him helping Sully instead of catching that.
I'm
really, really looking forward to that game.
I know. I can't be more excited if it better be good, because I swear, if I'm disappointed by that game, I'll be so pissed off.
I'm hoping it doesn't have the multiplayer trophies, because that would ruin that game for me.
Yeah.
Not the game itself, but would ruin the plat, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I didn't even get to try the multiplayer beta, so...
Yeah, you had to do it off the disc.
Oh, really?
Because it was on the Uncharted
disc. Was it in the Nathan Drake collection?
Yeah, because it's on the disc. You can try it off disc, but I was like, I can't bother with that. If it had been like a 30-minute demo, I'd be like, yeah, I'm all over that. But
yeah.
Not the beta. I mean, I like betas, don't get me wrong. I like them. And I think, but I like them when they're games like Call of Duty and stuff, because to me, they're real games that should have that kind of thing.
Right, yeah. Some of the other, actually on Video Game Nation's list, a lot of indie games actually turned up. I've never even heard of Her Story. That wasn't on my radar at all, but apparently that's getting a lot of praise. It's called Her Story. Apparently it's like the old interactive movie kind of game.
Her Story. I've never heard of it.
No, apparently it's like the old CD-ROM games. Like Exiles and Ripper and stuff.
I'm just having a look to see what it looks like.
Yeah. Apparently you play like this detective or something.
Oh, look at that! Yeah, that looks interesting.
But apparently it's getting a lot of good reviews. Apparently I've seen it turn up on a good number of best of the year lists. So.
Well, yeah, it looks like a real court case and everything.
Yeah. It wasn't even on my radar. This was like when it turned up on people's lists, I was like, what?
You gotta love this, don't you? I'm looking at this video, and this person's got 734,000, and they've got a mailbox for people to send them stuff.
Oh my god!
You gotta love that, don't you?
I love how 90s the video looks though on the game.
Hey, it looks good. I like how realistic it looks.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
I'm going to try and check it out because apparently it's really good. So it sounds like my kind of game.
It's on the PlayStation.
I don't know.
It's weird.
Nothing's.
Because it looks like it could be a PC game.
No, it is PS4 apparently.
Huh. Huh. That was so strange.
Top rated game on PS4 this year.
Really?
Mm.
That is weird.
Like I say, it wasn't even on my radar, so it just seems to have appeared from nowhere.
Yeah, I didn't hear about it at all.
No, I didn't even know about it.
Have a look. Oh. I wonder how much it is.
Yeah, I don't know without going on the PlayStation Store.
Have a look.
But some of the other ones, while you're looking that up, some of the other ones on the list were Ollie Ollie 2, which personally I freaking hated.
Oh, I saw that. I didn't like that.
I didn't like it. I played it and I was just like, I don't like this. I'm not a skateboarding game fan, but yeah, I didn't like it.
No, I didn't like that at all. I mean, I played it because it was free, wasn't it, on PlayStation Plus?
Yeah.
And it just didn't have a feel to me. I couldn't imagine playing it. I like a game with substance, and that didn't have it.
Yeah.
That's weird. I searched it up, it's not there. It's weird.
So I was a bit sad. Lego Dimensions is turning up on people's lists. I know neither of us have played that yet, so.
Yeah, Lego Dimensions. You know, I mean, it's one of those games that I'd like to play, but at the same time, I'm a little bit like, do I want all that crap with it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it's good. You know, I'm sure it's fun, but it's just that point where it's like, eh.
Exactly. Surprisingly, everybody's gone to the Rapture turned up on VGN's list. It was beautiful, but I wouldn't say it's the greatest game. You know, it's not a great game.
Yeah.
But it's an interesting experiment. And I think if it had been, as I've said before, I think if it had been a project that had been, you know, like a tech demo for, say, Project Morpheus or something like that, then it would have been perfect for what it was for. You know, if it was like a Oculus Rift game, then that would have been perfect. But as it is for just a controller walking around on your TV's game, it's not that great.
I have to agree with you. You know, I saw the trailer for it because when you got it, I was tempted to buy it just to see if I can get the plaque before you. You know, as usual.
Yeah.
And it looked like a toy game. If you were in a VR, it'd be incredible.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
It was like walking around one of the local villages here. So
we've got 2 comments from James. Hello, Malcolm and Tash. How are you both today?
Hello.
Sounds like a cool FMV game.
It does look good.
I can't find it on the store. You said it's on PlayStation 4, but it's on PC too. I don't know about PC, but I saw it was available on the App Store on you know, like on the phone.
Oh right, yeah.
So I don't know because I couldn't find it on the PlayStation 4, but I'll have a look some other time.
Yeah, well,
you know, I just was curious about it at the time to see how much it was because it seemed like a weird game to be on the PlayStation 4, you know. But yeah, so I don't know if it's on PC. I'm sure it is.
Yeah, you just have to look around for it. I think would be the. Google's an amazing thing, but You know, the thing is about Everyone Who's Gone to the Rapture as well is it's one of those things that I think could make gaming more appealing to like older people and people that just think gaming is all pew 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 and stuff like that. I think it was an interesting thing to make, you know, like for more casual gamers kind of thing.
When I saw that game, to me it screamed John. You know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean by that is it's great for moving about because you don't have to do much without, you know. I mean, you know, people in John's generation, because they're like the older generation, aren't they?
Yeah.
You know? But they're still gamers, but at the same time they're not. You know, it depends on who you are.
Right, yeah.
You know, people like Donna would love that game because all they do is move about and press buttons.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that would be awesome for someone like Donna because she loves playing games, but she can't play them to the extent that we can.
Yeah, no, exactly.
I know. Oh, talk about Donna. On Batman Arkham Knight said I beat your friend Donna's score.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so, yeah.
I don't think she's played it.
Apparently she has, because it said her name.
It might be, I think Stacey might have played it on her account, so, because I think Roger's got it, so.
Well, then I beat Stacey then. Yeah.
I don't know for definite, but yeah, so. But next up on the list is Until Dawn, which I know you.
Well, you know, Until Dawn, it's funny because the game looks beautiful graphically.
Yeah, except for the mouse. The mouse still look a bit odd.
I was hoping to see some sex scenes in the game because it is teenagers after all.
Yeah.
But the game's so boring.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I played the first 3 chapters. I should have played more, but it just bored me. I played it for like 4 hours.
Oh, you haven't completed it?
No. I played the first 4 hours and I got bored just of it. Gaz played it.
Yeah.
Twice, and he loved it.
Because it's like every cliche from horror movies, isn't it?
There's a serial killer in it.
They've done it on purpose.
There's serial killer in it. There's ghosts in it, as far as I know, and there's also, you know, monsters.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to watch the rest of the chat later, but take care and look forward to the live one next week. Thanks for popping in. And I didn't like it. I wanted action, you know.
Yeah.
What I mean by that is I wanted to be able to move about and have some sort of thing, and I didn't get that in the first 4 hours. So I was like, I can't be bothered. I know it's investing, but really, you know.
Yeah.
Because then I'd have to go through the game twice. It was like.
Yeah.
You know, I'll get it again when it's cheap, you know, and play it properly and finish it. But when I get a game and it's full price and it's bad, I like getting rid of it and then getting it again cheaper.
I think the thing is I mean, because I want to play it. I wasn't, and I'm still not prepared to pay full price for it. You know, if I can get it cheap, then I'll pick it up.
Yeah.
Because I would like to have a go on it, but you know, because I've played Heavy Rain and stuff like that, and you know, interactive movie games can be very hit and miss. I'm aware that, I mean, visually, like you say, the atmosphere and that looks amazing. I'm not a big fan of Hayden Panettiere, but it looks good. I know the twists, I know who the killer is, and this, that, and the other. So that element has been kind of spoilt for me, but at the same time, I want to have a go on it. But I can imagine why it would, like, you know, because it's got all those cliches and it's doing it on purpose. I can understand why it would get boring, kind of thing.
Be smart. Wait until I move to England. Then when I've got all the games, just pull them off me.
Yeah, just exactly.
I end up with every game anyway, even if I don't like them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so, but the game's not bad. It's just not very good. When you've watched horror movies, you're like, I just want to have something proper. Come on. I mean, Beyond Two Souls to me was a really good game.
Right. Yeah.
Playing it 3 times bored me because I was like, I've pressed 3 times, get to play it. But I enjoyed the game.
Right. Yeah.
You know, I enjoyed it. There's a cheat on the PS3 where you can set your control, because it's duo mode, where you set your controller and you have both ports going from one controller instead of one, so you can play through the whole game on duo mode.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And but I don't do that because I've got 2 PlayStation 4 controllers now, haven't
I? Yeah.
But yeah, to me, Beyond Two Souls was a lot better than Heavy Rain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Heavy Rain to me just seemed a big mess. I mean, I enjoyed it the first time I played it, but I couldn't go through that game a lot more times because it was just like.
Yeah, no, once was enough. You know.
As Beyond Two Souls, you can change it up a bit.
Right. Yeah.
Which
I was surprised. Yeah. Sorry. No, sorry.
No, I was finished.
I was surprised by how many Nintendo games made it on people's best of lists. We can't comment on them, but
that's what I tell you. Did you know there's a Dreamcast 2 coming out?
Really?
Yeah, you didn't know. People have been doing a Kickstarter for a Dreamcast 2.
That's surprising. I didn't
and Peel won it.
Really?
Yeah. You remember
the Dreamcast was like one of the flunked out consoles ever, you know.
You got to remember the Dreamcast was technically the first internet computer console.
Oh yeah, it was, yeah.
But did you ever have one?
No, I didn't have a Dreamcast. I had the Sega Saturn.
Sorry, go on.
No.
Because I never owned a Dreamcast. I remember seeing one.
Yeah.
But I never owned one. And it flopped.
Yeah.
But people love it, apparently. People have been wanting one back.
It just blows my mind because, like I say, I had the Sega Saturn, and of course, PlayStation was like killed off the Saturn, and the Dreamcast didn't take off at all. And I'm just surprised that people were after a new one.
Could Sega be coming back?
Sega, well, yeah, that's the question. I mean, let's look. They did Alien Isolation, so.
Oh, that alone probably could pay for a Dreamcast. So.
I know, right?
It's funny though, because Sega, fond memories of Sega.
Except they still can't make a decent Sonic game.
They can't in this generation.
No.
To me, the best Sonic games were back in the Sega Master System days.
Yeah. Back in the 2D.
That's why they're bloody on the PS4 now in episodes.
Yeah. But, Super Mario Maker, Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate, and Splatoon made it on most people's lists.
No Mario games?
Well, Super Mario Maker.
Oh, okay.
But none of the, party and stuff like that.
No.
Fallout 4, of course, made it on people's lists. That's going to be on my list. But what do you think of Fallout 4? Because you've not really gone back to it.
No,
at all. You played a bit and just haven't touched it since.
It's funny because I put it on. I was playing it with Donna originally upstairs.
Yeah.
And Donna went, "I'm not feeling this. This ain't Fallout." All right. She got really. The Warlock 03 says hello, guys.
Hello, John.
Little John is in the house. Little John. Little John. Anyway. That's me lifting you up, John. By my head, because you're so little. Anyway. That sounds stupid. I'm sorry. I put it on with Donna, and Donna went, "This is the most boring game I've ever played."
Right, yeah.
This ain't Fallout. I'm not feeling it. I don't like the characters. I don't like any of it. And I was like this.
Well, never thought you'd hear that from,
Because I'm playing it and I'm like, it is Fallout. It's just brand new graphics.
Well, barely, but
Yeah, but I mean, they're a lot better than they were on the other.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. I don't like how they've dumbed down some stuff, like the conversation threads and stuff. But...
somebody on the piece has already changed it.
There's a mod for it. I know there's a mod for it, but that's not on the PlayStation. That's the annoying thing about because Xbox accepts the mod. Well, they're going to be doing the mods, but PlayStation you can't get the mods, so that's the one.
John says, "Tash, did Malcolm tell you the good news?" I will tell you now. John is becoming a woman.
Oh yeah.
Yes. That's the good news. He's
decided.
is going to become a woman. Right?
He's going to enter into a platonic relationship with you. And
twice now. That's 2 times. I knew this was happening. See? Twice.
You know what? There have been so many opportunities tonight. You're lucky. Like, there's so many stuff you've talked about, and I'm like, in a platonic way.
No, but I did tell you good news.
No, you did, yeah. What about John becoming a woman?
About John becoming a woman, and you said you gave your blessing, but you hope he enjoys it, didn't you?
I think, I hope he's very happy.
After all, and like me, John would make a good woman. Oh dear, he's probably sitting there going, that bastard.
I know, right? Yeah.
No, but seriously, I did tell you the good news, didn't I?
You did, yes.
How do you feel about it? Since John's here, we might as well tell me how you feel about it.
I think it's cool. I hope he enjoys it, enjoys the games that he's got, Be nice for him to get into doing that stuff.
John, why don't you tell Tash what games you've bought? Because I know some of them, but I might not remembered all of them.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I know I'm going to get MLB tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because John got 2,000 points.
Jealous. You can't get MLB on the UK store. It sucks.
When I move over, I'll make sure I bring one with me for you. How about that?
Thank you.
Because MLB, I don't know how much John paid, but in CX it's $5.
Really?
So it's like, fuck it, I'll pick it up, for $5. That way, if he wants to play out, I can play.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll bring the latest one over with me when I move over.
Oh, cool. Because I can play the demos, but they won't let me play the actual game. So.
Somebody could have done what I told them to do with the whole internet.
Account and stuff.
But someone won't do it.
Hey, I never said no.
But you never said yes either.
Donna doesn't like Fallout.
But yeah.
Oh, sorry, no. We're talking about John. So.
You get to shoot me all you want, Tash. GTA 5, MLB 14. You got Star Wars as well, though, didn't you, John? In the pack. Because I think that's the one you were getting. But anyway, yeah.
I just don't like sexism, so
Oh, so John, you just being called a sexist peg. Oh.
As long as there's nobody being disrespectful to me while gaming, then it's.
Don't worry, Tash. Only I will be disrespectful to you because that's.
Yeah, no, only you. That's your job. Yeah.
Only me. I will make the sexist marks. Anyone else, I'll tell them off. All right. I'll tell them, look, this is what they'll say. Look, I'm the sexist pig in this platonic relationship. All right? If anyone else wants to be one, they have to go through me first. All right?
But I just don't like it when people just immediately go, oh, it's Tash, can't beat Malcolm, but, Tash, I'm going to beat the shit out of her. It's like...
Well, Gaz was the same way, weren't they? And you decimated them.
Yeah, exactly.
Any man, but let me tell you, boy, about Tash of gaming. Right? In all realisticness, yeah, I joke about Tash's skill, and I mess about. But other than Tash, I think Tash is the only person I've really played with who has matched me more than anyone else.
Oh, excuse me. Who kept dying last night? And then
You did. Yeah, I did. All right. Rub it in. Well, all right. No, I'm giving you compliments, and
I know. No, I won't push it. Yeah.
Well, I'm saying, I'm saying Tash is on my level. Right? Yeah. And I'm getting told that, you die constantly. Oh, I try to be nice and I can't win. Anyway, here we go. Let's have a look. Hopefully the pack is still available. I'm sure it will. Only Malcolm would be enough of a wanker as to be mean to you, Tash. Yeah, that's me, a wanker. I just want to let you know, John, I did wank many times last night, the night before, and many times today. So I'm a right wanker, I should say. But anyway, going back to Fallout. Anyway, go back to Fallout. No,
you were paying me compliments. Carry on with that.
I'll pay you more compliments. Tash is
no, you didn't get to finish because I was
one of the greatest gamers of our generation.
Okay, look, there's no need to be condescending.
So you're the one who said keep compliments. I thought, why not?
No, I cut you off when you were talking. So.
The Fallout, to be honest with you, Fallout 4, in my view, like I said, Donna didn't like it, so I thought I'd put mine.
Yeah.
I killed that big mutant thing called Swan.
Oh, right? Yeah, Swan, yeah.
And then I was like this, I can't be bothered with this. This game's shit. Right? So I just put it away. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, come on, if I'm more interested in playing fucking Evil Within than Batman, there must be something wrong with the game.
No, right. I mean, I've put 100 hours in, but it's that kind of game that, you know, you just end up finding yourself plodding along with it, you know.
So, you've both seen what I do to people who try to attack Tash. I think I made that person you made that nasty comment cry. What? You ain't had pussy since pussy had you? Okay. Okay, that made the guy cry. Okay. But anyway, I'll never forget that comment, John. That comment was so funny to me. You know, the only time you've seen breasts is an animal. You know, then I realised John was talking to himself. But anyway, the guy's married. Why am I saying this? Anyway, let's focus more on the games again. All right?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Fallout 4, not doing it for you. Not on your list of best.
Fallout 4 would not be the best of the year. Yeah. Because I just found it to be, it seems to be like the same old formula, but just didn't seem to have the same effect.
Right, yeah.
You know, I remember playing Skyrim, and I remember people running up to me and giving me notes. You know?
Right, yeah.
And I remember feeling like, wow, anything could happen any time. In Fallout, I'm like, oh, there's guys over there that are going to shoot me, aren't they?
Yeah.
Nobody's coming up anywhere near me unless I go over there. I could stand there and walk off and eat dinner and go out to the shops and come back. No one would have touched me. And I don't like about the game because the game should be unpredictable.
Yeah.
What I do like about the game, though, is I like the bots. You know, the robots.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I like you can program them to kill everybody, but if they see you, they start trying to kill you.
Yeah.
You know, but I like that.
Kerbal Space Program, I know I've not played, and I know you've not played. Rocket League, I've played.
It's funny you say that. John's comment says Tash is the Scully of the gaming world. Whoop whoop. And because John said he was thinking about getting it when he gets his PS4.
Oh, really?
I'd seen Gareth and Luke play. Luke, his friend Luke.
Yeah.
And I never really was interested in it. So I looked up picture it. It looks a bit like Twisted Metal, in the way
it is a bit, yeah.
And I gotta be honest, I'll probably buy it if other people have it and want to play.
Oh, I got it. So.
Oh, you've got it, have you? Oh, yeah. Why? You never told me.
It was one of the freebies. 1 month.
You didn't tell me.
That's the only reason why I've played it.
I feel betrayed now because you never told me.
I think it's one of those ones you can play with games, but certainly not on your own. It's not that fun.
Yeah, I gotta be honest. It's one of those games where I look at it and I was like, this looks cheap. I don't mind playing games like that if I'm playing with someone, but I can't imagine playing a game like that on my own.
Some of it's down to luck more than skill, which annoys me. But
when I was a kid, things like Twisted Metal I could play them easily.
Yeah.
But nowadays, I expect something. If I'm playing with you or I'm playing with somebody, and that's fun.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Or I have to play something with a story, otherwise I get bored.
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons I can't play football, because to me, it's the same old shit over and over again. What's that? There is a Fallout 4 pack for PS4. Should I get that one instead of Star Wars? It depends. If you want to play a single-player game, or you want to play a multiplayer game, that depends on you. If you want to play Fallout 4 and you want to play through the whole game on your own and you want to focus on it, then go ahead. If you want to play Star Wars and be like in a team online, get Star Wars. They're two completely different games.
They're very different games.
I won't recommend either, unless you really, but it's up to you.
Yeah, no. You can't compare because it's completely different requirements, and it's very much depending on what you're into. If you're into something where you're putting in 100+ hours of just wandering around doing side quests on your own, then Fallout 4 is perfect. But then Star Wars, like you say, it's multiplayer and you're doing just the odd match here, single matches kind of thing.
The one thing I will say, John, is when you first start playing one of these games, you need to stream it on your YouTube so me and Tash can watch. to see how you first start playing. And and please buy a PlayStation camera says picture you in the corner as well. Because I need to see this. This is very epic. Right? I think Tash would agree with me. You know?
Yeah.
You know, after all, we were talking about you the other night, saying about how it'd be interesting to see, your gaming style.
Yeah.
You know.
So Witcher 3.
Witcher 3. I found Witcher 3. I mean, I played it for about 7 hours, didn't I, when I was doing the
yeah, you did a whole stream of it. Yeah, straight on the day of release.
And I stopped because obviously I wasn't getting the attention for
you wasn't getting the views. Yeah.
But the game is beautiful. The game is an incredible masterpiece. The only problem I have with it is to feel like you and me have never played the others. We're missing out.
Yeah.
In my view, it's like playing Metal Gear. You know the story. You can jump in the story at any time, but you're missing out because you don't know the whole story.
Yeah. You've not got the background to the characters.
The first one was released, I think, on the PC.
Yeah.
The second was released on the 360. All right. And then you've got number 3. So you might want to look into the 360 one.
I think it was because I think it was released on the PC, but then it was ported to the 360, and apparently the 360 version was really broken, is what I heard.
Okay, then that probably makes sense because I think there were PC games to start off with.
Yeah.
I wasn't too sure, but
yeah, that's what I heard. I just remember when it came out on the 360. I just remember hearing how problematic it was. So.
I'd rather be on a team. Would either of you play the Star Wars game? I've not thought about it personally.
No. I don't own it at the moment, so.
It's possible, but we'll play it in the future, John.
Yeah.
It's possible. So if you do get that, it's possible you could end up playing it with us. See, with Fallout 4 you won't because it's single player.
Because it's single player, yeah.
So you've got more of a chance with Star Wars. Let's put it that way.
I just realised I'm really distracted by how high up this UFO is.
That is weird. I like how it's above Santa.
Yeah. It's kind of abduct Santa.
But going back to Switcher, I think it's a beautiful game. The thing is, when you play the game, you get the sense of the relationships with people.
Right, yeah.
And you can easily enjoy it. But I do think it's like Mel Gibson, the fact that you should know the backstory. Luckily, there's people on YouTube that tell you this. They're great. But there's nothing like playing them, No. But I think the first game didn't even have the characters moving about. I think it was like a card thing.
Yeah, I think it was a big thing with I think they did move around, but the card game was
I think it was. And then the second one was obviously them moving about and stuff. And the third one is incredible. We go around and all this is beautiful, beautiful game. I really need to get back into it, especially now that the DLC's out. Because
I bought it, but I haven't got around to playing it yet because I bought it for myself for Christmas. So.
You've got a good game now.
Yeah.
I mean, that game to me is everything that Fallout 4 should have been.
Yeah.
Beautiful graphics, amazing lead character.
Yeah.
And when you look at the trailers of the game, it looks incredible. Because there's a bit in the game where you're trying to escape the witch hunters, right?
Oh yeah.
And they're chasing you, right? And they're behind you, and it's. Do you remember in Lord of the Rings with Mordor with the guy with the big metal outfit?
Yeah.
Scary look. That's what he was like, the guy. And they're chasing after you like this. It's like you're in Lord of the Rings. You're just like, am I going to make it? Am I going to make it? Am I going to make it?
Is it better than Shadow of Mordor in that sense?
Incredible. Exactly. The game is everything that Fallout 4 and Shadow of Mordor should have been.
Right, yeah.
And there's so many side missions. Hell, on the DLC alone, there's like 25 side missions you can download for free.
Is it not as repetitive as, say, other...
every game's repetitive. I never got as far as I should have, so I can't say.
Right,
But I know the game is about 200 to 300 hours, in depth. I'll get back to it eventually, and then I'll give a proper full opinion of it.
Yeah.
I think, to be honest,
I did love your gameplay of it. So
you're dead.
Yeah.
I appreciate you saying that.
You deleted them, didn't you? Because
no, they're on there. They're still on there.
Oh, okay.
I wanted to do the whole thing, but you know, it's amazing how hard those things are.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, people can see the mess in the background. You know.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and stuff like. I mean, the way you do it's better because you have like this shape of your head, like your the spirit coming from the sky. Like, I tell you, you look like. I tell you, you look like the Teletubbies baby. You know. Hello.
Oh my god.
Still think that's great. And your Fallout one looks like you've been like exploded up. You know what,
John?
Oh. Have a great rest of the day, guys. So far, was single-minded today. I'm just really excited about the PS4. Talk very soon, Malcolm. That's all right, John. You take it easy, and I hope you feel better.
Yeah, take care. So glad you got it, John. Well done.
And we're happy for you that you got the PS4. We look forward to playing with you at some point.
Yeah.
And, look, 2004 Punk John's here. All right, Guy, I hope you are well and had a great Christmas. How was your Christmas? Because we had a fairly decent one, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
You know, we had a platonic Christmas. No,
it definitely was not that. Apparently, platonic means something completely different. So,
you know,
I can't wait to have a platonic relationship with someone. Seriously.
Just someone, huh? There go my McFly.
Witcher 3 turned up on most people's #1, but VGN only had Witcher 3 at #4 on their list.
You
and
know,
you're going to be surprised by what beat it.
Thanks, bud. How about a wave to everybody on the camera? There you go. Give them a wave.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
There you go. Look. 20,000 people just saw you.
Really?
Nah. But that'd have been awesome if they had, because they'd have all seen how I've got such a hot wife.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks for this.
I'm saying Happy New Year. That much
Tash said Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
And she says she wants to have a platonic relationship with you.
You know, we're going to have to explain sooner or later about that. So.
Oh well, I'll explain because she probably was like, "What?" You know. The thing is, I think Witcher deserves to be at least 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Because I do think it is one of the best games of the year, and I do think that it's one of those games where if you really play, because you don't hear much about the game. You know, you hear a lot about games. You don't hear much about it now.
No, I don't feel like there was as much made about it as, say, like Skyrim or something. I didn't feel like...
Exactly, you know, I mean, it was great, thanks. Oh, that's good, John.
Oh, awesome.
You know, I feel like The Witcher is under the radar. I never even knew The Witcher existed till it came out on PS4.
Yeah. Right.
You know,
I knew about The Witcher 2, but the only thing I knew about that was how badly that it had ported to console. So I knew when Witcher 3 came out, but like you say, I didn't know much about its characters or story until it came out on PS4. So,
well, let's talk about this quickly, right? You got quite a few plats now, right?
Yeah, 19.
How many do you think you're going to aim for this year?
Well, considering I've gotten 18 in the last year, I don't know. I mean, I've gone back and played a lot of old games that I hadn't even bothered to try. Yeah. I know stuff like, I mean, I'd love to go back to, Uncharted 2 and 3 to get at least more of the trophies that I know, like the collectibles and stuff like that I didn't get before. I know I can't get the plat on some of those games, but it would be nice to get close to it.
Yeah, because the problem is they've all got that multiplayer shit in them now, haven't they?
Yeah, exactly. I'm playing Far Cry 3 at the moment, and I know I need to try and get the online ones before the servers go down. I don't know if I'll get as many. I mean, you know, now there's a lot of games where there are elements that make it a lot more difficult to get the plats. I mean, we were talking about some of the trophies on Rainbow Six Siege, and you're just like, oh.
Yeah, like,
I mean, how difficult is it to get a freaking nitrocell kill? Because they always shoot. You can hear the nitrocells, so people shoot them, you know, or whatever. Or
yeah, all about stunning them and then killing them. When you throw a grenade, you stun yourself as well.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, oh.
So, but with games becoming more multiplayer based, I find that getting the platinums is a lot more difficult. Now, I know you excel at getting them, but I'm just mean for me personally, I think it's a lot more problematic because I'm not the multiplayer person.
Well, I won't say that.
I don't know that I'll get as many, but I would like to try and get I would like to match it. It depends on the games that are released. That's the thing.
I think a lot of it as well depends on what games we play together as well. Like, if we play a lot of multiplayer games, we might get, like, Sniper Elite 4 came out.
Yeah.
We'd probably easily get a part in that together.
Yeah.
You know, Gav Hell and Saints Row 4, easily get the plat together. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Rainbow Six, easily get the plat together if we can.
Yeah.
You know. So I think I got 20 in 2009, and I got 20 this year, right?
Yeah. All right.
The only reason I ain't got as many plats as I should is because I can't be bothered to sit there all day playing. Otherwise, I'd probably have hundreds. You know what I mean?
Well, you know, we go through these swings and, you know, of how much we game. And if not, I played a lot of PS3 games this year that I'd been meaning to.
You finished the Infamous. You finished the Infamous.
I got through Infamous 1 and 2. I played Spec Ops: The Line. You know, there was a lot.
Sniper Elite 2.
Yeah. Well, that one we played together, but there was a lot that I played on my own. Well, mind you, we had to go through Sniper Elite on our own as well, didn't we, to get certain trophies. But there were a lot of games that I played on my own that I actually got all the way and worked on to get. So it'd be interesting. I mean, I do have a number of PS3 games that I've started that I need to go back to, like Assassin's Creed Rogue and stuff like that. So I guess it really depends on how much I get into, like, how much I continue gaming this year. I mean, I've gamed so much this year. If I keep up the pace, then maybe. But it depends what's released. I mean, you know, we've got some good games coming this coming year and stuff. So hopefully it'll help keep the momentum. What do you reckon, like, for yourself? Do you think you'll meet your equal, or?
I'm gonna go. Well, I'm gonna be a lot more busy, because I'm gonna be in England. Yeah. Visiting people.
So you might not be gaming quite so much.
So I'm gonna say 10, just to not put the pressure on.
Yeah.
You know, I think I'll go over.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna get Evil Within.
That's a goal. Yeah.
I want Evil Within to be my first platinum on New Year's Day.
Yeah, that would be epic.
Right. I want it to be my first platinum of the year because I hated that game.
At that. Yeah.
And now I love the game, and I'm like, come on. Every time I talk about that game, it's so weird. I haven't played it in a few weeks, right?
Yeah.
But every time I talk about that game, I get really fond memories. I start smiling, I start getting excited, and I'm like, it's like when I was a kid, I used to see Hulk Hogan on the wrestling. It was like, Hulk Hogan. Now it's like, yeah, Evil Within, come on, come on.
Your Evil Within is my X-Files. It's just like, you know, it's just,
After I finished the game for the 4th time, I was like, I have to buy merchandise. I have to support it. And then there was none. There was no real merchandise, so I got very upset.
Yeah.
Because they had shitty tops which weren't in my size. They had these figures which were basically out of stock and massive price. I'm like, But, you know. But I was like, yo, you know, if they'd have had a Black Friday Evil Within, you would have seen me have all this Evil Within wallpaper and, you know.
I'm surprised you haven't got a figure of, you know, a safe head or whatever. You know, what's his face? The executioner guy. Shit, what's his name?
The executioner.
It is the executioner. That's what I thought. So
somebody I know hasn't completed it.
I know, I need to go back to it. I haven't even completed it once, let alone on the more difficulties and stuff. I did go back to it recently. I mean, I left it for ages because I got stuck at that fucking boss battle with the Executioner. I think the fact that I got further with that is impressive, considering I left it for like 9 months before finally going back.
Why don't you do me a favour? Put it on, put Shep on so I can play it for you.
Just to give you a bit of a... No!
That way I can get you through the whole game and I can be happy if it's done with on your thing.
No, you can do it when I get to the more difficult bits, like Akuma mode or something.
Akuma mode? Hell, I'm fearing that. I'm going to do it about upgrades as well.
Oh, yeah. I haven't even gone to the DLCs yet. I've downloaded them, but...
You have to love these guys who do these videos. Akuma mode, no damage, no keys. And then you see that they're picking up keys anyway, and you're like, well, what's the point?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
You're not using them.
I see, I got to go back through and get the keys and everything, so...
They're very easy to find.
Oh, yeah, well, I didn't know that they were in those freaking statues. That whole time I kept seeing the statues. I'm like, la 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 la. Then it turns out you're supposed to break them. But for goodness sakes. No, carry on.
Because I know my Akuma run, I'm going to pick up keys because obviously ammo is very lacking.
Limited, yeah. You need to get as many as you can. Did you get the playthrough with no upgrades or?
No.
Oh, because you were going to do that on easy, weren't you?
Yeah, I might do Akuma mode and do upgrades and then play it through for the 7th time and just do about upgrades and do it on casual.
Isolation.
If I do Akuma on with no upgrades, it's not going to be fucked.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I can get a headshot and kill him instantly. If I'm lucky.
Yeah. I just love that you so hated that game and you put it down while I was playing it, and now you're just like, oh my god, it's the most amazing thing ever.
The best part about the whole game,
yeah,
is the fact that I know nearly every hack and crack in that game now.
I know, you've played it so much, you know, every little...
I've timed exactly when enemies come out of doors. I've timed exactly when to shoot them so a blade knocks them out and kills them. I can have guys come in there and shoot a guy up there and know that guy's going to come at just the 1 minute second behind and I can shoot him. It's incredible. That game went from being my worst game I've ever played.
I know.
Do you know what I like it now?
You got stuck at that chainsaw guy, didn't you? You got stuck with him.
I can tell you what changed it for me. Being able to get rid of that bloody widescreen.
Yes. Yeah, that makes a big difference getting rid of
when I got rid of the widescreen, I can play it perfectly.
Yeah.
I love the chainsaw guy. The guy got stuck out. I can shoot him 3 times now and he dies.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why didn't I know this before?
Yeah.
You know, all the traps. I know exactly where all the traps are. I know just the amount of time before they flip so I can get out of the way.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? It's so exciting talking about.
You're just like, I want to go play.
I'm just like, shit, this game. You know?
So, higher than Witcher 3 on Video Game Nation's list were Metal Gear Solid 5. You've not completed that yet, have you?
No. I played 13 missions and gave up because it bored me. Because it's not Metal Gear Solid.
No.
People annoy me with this. I'm surprised you even got through it, right? Because it felt like I was playing Metal Gear in Call of Duty or something. Right?
I hate that the last half of the game is the same missions, just with different parameters. Like, you can't set off alarms and stuff like that. It's like, that's bullshit.
That's what annoys me as well, because it's half a game now.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I don't get why people aren't complaining about. It's half a game.
I should probably do a stream of me playing that game, because I'd be fucking cussing it through the whole thing. This game is fucking shit. Look at this. This ain't Metal Gear. Oh, wait, it's Venom Snake. Venom Naked Snake. Oh,
Yeah.
for fuck's sake.
But you're not really Snake. You're, it's just like, oh, for goodness sake.
You know, I hate it. I hate things like that. Well, it should have been one of those games that was linear and not bloody open world.
Yeah.
The only thing I do like is quiet.
Yeah.
And I was hoping Venom
You
Naked
just like
Snake.
her outfit, don't you?
I do. I like the way they, bounce.
Quiet was the most developed character. That's the annoying thing.
You're wrong. You're wrong. The most developed character was D-Dog.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
And Ocelot being the most weakest character in the whole game, and you're like,
he's the housewife.
He's like going. I like when you come back. He goes, "Do you want dinner, honey?" And you're like,
I just wait for him to come out in an apron.
Yeah, you're like, hell. That's what Venom Naked Snake says from Legend to him. You know that clip I showed you?
Yeah.
What's that? It's a rolling pin. You know what I mean? Making me fairy cakes. I should get a clip. From Metal Gear. Just edit
dub it
that.
over. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Number 2 on their list was Life is Strange.
Oh, I've played a couple of episodes of it.
That's why I was going to ask you.
Let me get back to it. It's one of those.
I looked it up, but I'm not prepared to pay that price just yet.
Yeah, I wanted to get where it was on sale, but then I was stupid and paid $20 for it.
Yeah.
When you just want a game at that moment, you're like,
Yeah.
A bit like how you are, and it comes in PlayStation Plus, you go, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Like Never Alone and Abe's Odyssey.
It's £16 at the moment. I'm like, I know Sod's Law it'll be turned up, either in a sale or on PlayStation Plus. So.
I played the first couple of episodes. They're like 2.5 hours each, like normal,
Yeah.
And there's something about that game which is so gripping. And it starts off very normal. Excuse me, with like a mystery. But as you play along, you get more and more grip to it because you're following this girl.
Yeah,
and
it looks engrossing.
She can rewind time.
Yeah.
But what always misses the trophies. The trophies are taking pictures of things.
Oh, really?
Like you have to take a picture of yes. You do. You have to take pictures at the right time of things to get trophies. Yeah. And I'm like, that shouldn't be a case.
No.
Because like taking a picture of a squirrel. Why would you take a picture of a squirrel if your friend's going to die on the railway tracks? It's like...
Yeah.
But there's some real good mystery to it. It is pretty good. Like, in the first episode, there's like, is there something wrong with this person? Like, everybody knows this, but so I won't spoil it for you when you do play it. Like, what a girl she's in the bathroom, it's gone. Yeah. And her friend gets, not a friend, because she doesn't remember who she is, but it turns out she was a friend when she was a kid. Gets shot by a boy. In the bath, She rewinds time and saves her. And they end up friends, and it turns out they know each other. And weird things like that happen, and it's kind of interesting because rewind time just change answers and stuff, and it's just like,
Yeah.
But it's fun. It's a lot better than it sounds.
Yeah. Oh no, I've seen gameplay footage, and it looked really good. I do want to play it, and we talked about this with the whole episodic gaming now. It looks like it's really well. That game is suited for that episodic kind of style. I do want to get it. I'm just not prepared to pay that price for it.
It's coming out on disc anyway.
Oh, is it? See, I'll get it when it comes out on disc.
It's coming on disc, and it's going to have a soundtrack with it as well.
Because I know the music, the soundtrack's quite nice on it, from what I've heard. So.
It made me regret buying it on the digital.
Yeah.
I'll say this, people are excited because Batman's coming out, isn't it, from Telltale Games?
Yeah.
And I have to be honest, I think I'm the only person that's not excited about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because, Telltale Games, they seem to have they don't have these great action games when it comes to the stories.
No, yeah.
What I mean by that is, I can't imagine the game being that great. I mean, Borderlands was probably the closest to action.
I think Telltale, Batman is probably the last thing I would ever think of. I get that they do like the comic book based style stories, but I just, like you say, Batman is more the action kind of things that we've seen in like the Rocksteady games and stuff. But
exactly, and I just don't. I can't see it. I can't see it working.
Yeah.
If it does, I'll be over the moon. I'll still play it, obviously, because it's Telltale games. We play them, don't we? But
yeah,
I
no,
just
right.
can't. I just
Which just
can't
helps
see.
us to play them.
Exactly, I just can't see it being that great. Unless it's more about the story.
Yeah.
You know, like if they did, I'm sure there's plenty of Batman stories where there's no real action. But it depends as well on what generation of Batman. Because a lot of people forget that Batman actually carried a gun at one point.
Yeah.
So they could do that generation.
Batgun. Yeah.
Exactly, the Batgun. Do you remember the Batgun?
Yeah.
Because a lot of people go, "Oh, Batman never used a gun." He did.
He did. Yeah. He had the Batgun.
Yeah, the Batgun, like you had the Bat Belt and the Batarang and the
Yeah,
Bat Helmet
yeah.
and the Batmobile and the Bat.
Bat credit card.
Exactly. Yeah, Bat every fucking thing. Yeah, Bat girlfriend. You know, Bat woman, Bat girl, Bat sister,
Yeah.
Bat mother. You know.
So saying about that though, what about your thoughts on Walking Dead Michonne from Telltale instead of season 3?
I knew it was coming out because I read about it ages ago. I think it was doing the waltz. You know when you said about the waltz and did the chat? I think it was on there. I'm actually looking forward to it because I'm looking forward to slicing zombies' heads off.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I'm not interested in season 3 at the minute. I honestly can't see where they're going to go with season 3 because, to be honest,
yeah, that's probably what they don't know. They gave so many possible endings on that one. It's like, shit, what do we do? You know.
I honestly think Clementine's story should end where it ended, and I think they should follow Kenny.
All right, yeah.
Because come on,
unless you killed him off.
Well, yeah, unless you kill him off or follow Jane or whatever the woman's name was.
Yeah.
You know, I don't really. To be honest with you, I don't think Clementine's that great of a character. I don't want to keep asking. I don't want to keep answering questions for 13-year-old. You know, unless they go to the future, because they might go where she's older.
Yeah.
You know.
When she turns out to be Michonne.
That would be interesting, going from Korean to being a black woman.
Time-wise, it wouldn't work, but can you imagine?
Korean girl who's 11.
I know. I don't think she's Korean because both her parents were black, so.
She's Korean. She's the same. This guy sounds so racist. She's the same colour as Glenn in the game.
Yeah, I know, but that's one thing I never got because both her parents were black Americans.
Because they adopted her. That's why.
Yeah.
Then you ever heard that then you ever heard I could get Donna pregnant, she could have a black child.
I know, but yeah.
How do you know that one of them parents didn't have a Korean family?
Well, yeah, there's that. I just never thought. I agree, but you know what? I never really even considered her as Korean, but I guess it makes sense.
Because how can you not call her Korean when all I've called her since the day I played the first two is the female version of Glenn. She wears the hat.
This is true. Yeah, she is very the female Glenn.
I wonder if she'll get dropped underneath.
Maybe Michonne will adopt her. You know.
Oh dear, that'd be interesting if at the end she did find her.
Yeah.
Because they could do with Clementine what she did with Angela.
I mean, they had Glenn briefly in The Walking Dead games. So.
I have to go to Atlanta and find my friends.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
I also need to go and deliver some pizzas. They're
exactly.
And they're mouldy and rotten, but I'm supposed to be in Atlanta. Well, I'd go to Atlanta if I was going to go with Maggie and all.
But do you think Michonne, saying about action in Telltale games, do you think Michonne will really work in a Telltale game?
I think it's the closest thing that will work because all it's got to do is do the swing like they do with the hammers and stuff. The reason I don't think something like Batman works is because of the Batarang and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
And the flying through the air with the zip line and everything. I just can't see it all. You know, and Sword Guy Man's different because they do it with the hammers and that in it.
Yeah.
You know, but I just can't, you know, I think they'd been better off doing a Superman one, personally.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he could have done the lasers and stuff, couldn't they?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, talking about that, they're making a Superman game, aren't they?
Oh, really?
Yeah, Rocksteady, who did the Batman one, they're doing Superman.
Yeah.
I want a proper Deadpool game, because that Deadpool game...
Because you're playing Deadpool at the moment. I was going to say you're playing Deadpool at the moment, aren't you?
I'll tell you what I told Ashley.
Right.
the Deadpool game is funny, it's great, and it's awesome, right?
Yeah.
But the gameplay lacks seriously because it's old school gameplay.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the old Spider-Man game. So you'd have to jump over them, hit them, jump over again, hit them, jump over, web sling, you know, that stuff. And games like that don't work now. You know?
Right, yeah.
They're not mainstream because they're so dated. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Amazing Spider-Man 2 was awesome. I enjoyed it, and that was like that. But at the same time, it wasn't like that because it wasn't the old style like on the PS3.
Right, yeah.
Deadpool has that, so I can't play it for a long time because I get fucking bored of it. Because
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, do I really have to do this? Come on, you know. And it's just annoying because you die because of stupid reasons.
Right,
You know?
yeah.
Like you'll have guys with guns shooting at you, with guys trying to hit you with these things, just like in Batman, except they look tiny little figures instead of like in Batman where they look like full grown people. You know.
Yeah.
And I don't like that. Stuff like that bores me. But the game itself, when it comes to cutscenes and that, is hysterical.
Right, yeah.
Because where I'm at the moment, Cable turns up and he goes, Wade, because he calls him Wade, obviously.
Because he's Wade,
he goes, Wade, will you listen to me? And Wade's like imagining women in the bathtub with him, washing his back and stuff. Right? But there's a bit where you find one of, one of the clones of, I can't remember the guy's name. Right? And you press buttons and the guy goes, don't do it. And he starts doing it and he has a DJ costume on. And he's going, while you're pushing the buttons, which is awesome. It's fun.
Yeah.
Right? But then you get bored because you're like, these are the gameplay elements I like.
Yeah.
You know, this is what I want to see from Deadpool. I don't want to have to keep my man killing pill for half an hour in the same area just to bloody move on to the next area.
Yeah.
You know, but just keep turning up and I have to just keep killing them.
No.
Because to me, that's not a game. That's repetitive, boring shit.
No, that's for yeah.
You know, and I expected that 10 years ago. You know, in games.
Yeah.
I want a new Headhunter game.
All right. Yeah.
That was a Sega game, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Because I really like them. That's games you don't hear about much.
No, I know, right? Those for years.
Brilliant games. I'd like a new siphon filter as well.
Siphon filter.
You don't remember siphon filter?
I don't think so.
The Mission Impossible like game.
Oh, okay.
I think it was siphon filter. It might be called something else. It might be called siphon something else. But you know, Deadpool's a great game in that aspect, but not just like the gameplay. So the gameplay lacks.
No. Yeah, but then it is an older game, so.
True, and I think.
But they're remaking it, aren't they? They're doing a new one to tie in with the movie or something, aren't they? Or...
That is the new one they released.
Oh, is that the new one? Because there's an old one. There's an old.
Yeah, because they remastered it and put it on the PS4.
Ah, right, okay.
And the levels are like 2 hours long each.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I'm a little bit like, So.
Oh. Yeah, sorry.
So, you know, I'll complete it. It's a game I could easily play.
Yeah.
It just takes patience.
Yeah, I can imagine it being an easy play. So.
Because you're supposed to play it on easy first, get all the upgrades, then play it. But I thought to myself, that's boring. I'll play it on the hardest difficulty, then go through it on easy, because then I can run straight through it, can't I?
Yeah.
Because it's not going to be as hard because I've completed it on hardest difficulty.
Yeah. No, exactly.
There he is. It's Mulder. He's going to be your Mouldy.
He is.
There he is.
Yeah, hello there.
Oh, he's playing Cowboys again.
No.
Ooh. But yeah, it's a game that you should play if you want to. You know, it's just.
Oh yeah, no, I've played a bit of the original version, but incarnation. But yeah, I just haven't played it the whole way through.
So then you probably know what I'm talking about then. I said, so you probably know what I'm talking about then about the gameplay.
Yeah.
I agree. It reminds me most of like Spider-Man 1 and 2, the video games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very much so. On top of VGN's list was Bloodborne. You haven't played that, have you? And I got it given to me for Christmas.
We can play that, and we can play it multiplayer and help each other.
Oh, really?
So if you get stuck on a boss, you can send me an invite, and I can help you with it.
Oh, nice. Awesome.
Yeah, but you only get a certain amount of time.
Okay.
And you have to invite again.
So, seeing as that was the top of that list, and obviously neither of us played it yet, my question to you would be, because you're not doing a list in the same way that I am, what would be your favourite, like, tops of the year and stuff?
Tops of the year, game-wise, I'd probably put, because it's funny because this is probably the first year but it's been like my movies, in the fact that the games I've enjoyed haven't been this year.
No, they've been previous years, yeah.
Like Evil Within, like Alien Isolation, because I didn't get Alien Isolation to this year.
No. Far Cry 4,
Far Cry 4, Far Cry 3, stuff I've enjoyed hasn't been this year.
No.
And it's so awful to say that.
Sniper 3,
Yeah, because every game I want to play is coming out next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. This is like a dead year.
If Uncharted 4 came out today, that would probably be at the top of my list because it'd probably be excellent.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'd have to say Witcher 3 because from what I played of it, it seemed really good. I'd have put that at number 1. I'd put Assassin's Creed Syndicate at number 2 because I was gripped by it and I did complete it in a week, the whole thing. So that does say it must have been great at the time for me.
Yeah, to keep you going. Yeah.
Number 3, I'd probably have to say. I know what I'll do. The best thing for me to do is to look on my PSN trophy leaders.
Yeah.
Then I can tell what games I've played properly. Because it does them in order, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What I can do by that, I can go down the list. I can remember all the games I've played because I've played about 85 games this year.
Jeez.
So.
See, I've even enjoying Murder Soul Suspect, but that was last year. It's like.
Yeah, but saying that, the only problem with you saying Murder Soul Suspect is just that you've just started it now.
Yeah, I'm just enjoying it as all. I like the characters.
I played it. I think I played that this year as well. And I can't get it up because for some reason I can't. Oh well. Go ahead. Murder Soul Suspect was a good game, but again, when you get to the end, it was seriously lacking. It's a great game, great little mystery, but the end kind of ruins it a bit.
Right. Yeah.
Obviously, I won't mention it because you're playing it.
Yeah.
It turns out that it really is a demon. Actually, it turns out that really he's got a platonic relationship with all the demons.
I'm going to have to explain that in a minute, right?
Well, you've been waiting to, haven't you? So
I may leave it until next week at this rate.
So yeah, it's what else could I put in it? See, Wolfenstein, they didn't come out this year either, did they?
No, I think they were last year, weren't they?
I think Old Blood came out this year. I think. I don't know, but
yeah, the DLC might have, but yeah.
Really, I can only really say Assassin's Creed and because I like, because things like Saints Row, they didn't come out this year. I mean, Get Upheld did.
Yeah.
But to me, that's DLC. That's not a proper game. It's counted as a proper game, but to me, that's DLC.
Right. Yeah.
To number 4, I'm trying to think of the games I've played. See, things like we played, they didn't come out this year either.
No, exactly. Yeah.
No, I'd have to say I'd just have 2 top games: The Witcher and Assassin's Creed. Really, I should say Assassin's Creed is before Witcher because I've completed it.
Right. Yeah.
I didn't complete Witcher, so Witcher could be out of garbage near the end. You know what I mean? I doubt it, but it could be. Shadow of Mordor. Was that last year?
That was last year. Yeah.
See, all the games upon my head are things. Now, mind you, I've got to get back to that. I'm this close to getting a plat on that. This close. No.
What about the Order?
The Order, yeah, why
That's
not?
turning up on everybody's worst lists of the year. So,
see, the funny thing is, I don't think it's that bad.
no.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed it a lot.
Like 3 times, didn't you, or something?
Yeah, I played it 3 times. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a great game. I won't call it a game. I'd call it a cinematic game. Where, you know, obviously it does more for you than you do. You know, it's like if you ask me if Game of Thrones is that great games, I'd say yeah, but they're not games.
Yeah.
They're not achievements. You're not platinum because you got any skill. You're platinum because, well, they're easy.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, that's why when you look at some for this on PSN, they've got like 3 plats because they played those games.
Yeah,
But I did like the Order. I'll put the Order at number 3 then, because I did complete it. I did play it 3 times, and I did really enjoy it. I do hope there's a sequel, but I hope there's more to do in the sequel.
Yeah. Hopefully they'll learn.
Because the problem is with games where they say technically they're holding your hand.
I don't think it was as bad as people were making out. I do think it was an unfortunate tech demo that was released too late. Like, it was a tech demo for what the PlayStation 4 could do, but it was released far too late.
If it had come out when the PlayStation 4 first came out, people would have put that at the top of their list.
Yeah, easily.
You know,
I enjoyed it, but
Borderlands.
You know, I played like 70 games this year.
There you go. See, the problem is, how many of them did you actually play more than once?
Most of them.
There's
only like 5 or something that I've only played a couple once.
I was complaining about you to Donna today.
Okay.
I said, you know that, Tash? I said, I look at her trophy list, and I said, it goes played this and played this, and it's like once in every like 4 months, like either within and shit like that. And I'm like, I wish you'd just complete some of these because it does my head in. Because I'm sitting there like this, going, oh, come on, get Evil Within
it's
done.
Not I didn't. Excuse me, Evil Within. I put a lot of time into just because I.
But no, in all seriousness, I think, to be honest, if you play 70 games, that's not bad. I mean, that's surprising when you think about it.
That's surprising just going through the list, because I mean, we're talking about games that I've put a lot of time into. You know,
because that's more than one a week.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I've got games I haven't even played yet, and if I played them, my list would probably be about 90, 92.
Yeah.
Because I'm saying things like Evolve, obviously, for next year. You know.
Yeah.
And things like that, because obviously I'm not going to be playing them right now.
No.
So. But yeah, let's put it this way: Assassin's Creed, Witcher 3, The Order, and Borderlands.
Right, that's cool.
Tales from Borderlands, you know, the what do you call it?
What about Game of Thrones?
Game of Thrones. You know what? Other than the 4th and 5th episode,
you didn't like it, did you?
The 4th episode made me cry.
Oh,
yeah,
in a good way or a bad way?
Both, because at the end of it, you have to make this decision. I was like, no.
Oh, yeah.
I was so invested in the character, I didn't even realise I was. And
that's what you expect, though, in a Game of Thrones, you know.
When I had to choose, I went like this. 10 minutes. Who am I going to pick? Who am I going to pick? Shit. What? And then afterwards, when you see what happens, I was in tears. I was like, oh, no.
Oh, I'm going to get to that.
But the 5th episode I thought was lacking quite a bit. Even though I enjoyed it, I thought it was lacking quite a bit. Yeah, a lot of people complained about the last episode. I thought it was all right. But it was lacking. But it was no worse or better than a Walking Dead finale.
Yeah.
You know? Because what people forget is they've always got a bait for another one.
They've got to set up for the next season kind of thing.
So if the whole family is wiped out or something of a certain thing, then there's probably not going to be a sequel, is there? So they have to save someone.
No, exactly.
It's like Clementine. By now, Clementine would be dead.
Yeah, definitely.
When she got her arm cut, she would have died from an infection.
Mm.
You know, so, you know, it's all right.
People want to keep asking a bloody 13-year-old for advice. It's like, are you adults or not? You know.
Well, what gets me is Tales from Borderlands. I thought I'd hate that game.
Yeah.
but I got it anyway because it was cheap on DLC, on the season pass. And the first episode, I was like, it's all right. Second episode, 3, 4, 5. I was like, yes, because the music gets so catchy.
Right, yeah.
And I ended up being so close to the character, it made me buy the bloody normal games.
Because I enjoyed Wolf Among Us, but I know you didn't like that so much, did you? So.
Wolf Among Us, I thought was good.
Yeah.
I thought it was good. But it's one of those games where I struggle to play through. Not because it's bad, not because it's good, but because it just seemed really silly.
Right, yeah.
After I actually downloaded all the comics.
Oh, yeah.
So if you ever want to read them, just ask.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Just
like Once Upon a Time-ish, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked Big B, but I found the game to get a little bit silly in the middle. And it just seems to not make much sense at some points.
Yeah.
Bluebeard obviously was Lee's voice.
Yeah.
It's funny because I watched the live.
It was annoying that Toad's kid was Clementine. It's just like, oh, for goodness sakes.
You know what? I love Mr. Toad, and that is my favourite character. What do you want, Big boy? And the whole stuff. It was like, back off, Big boy.
Yeah.
Get with my son, Big boy. And all this. I went to see more of Mr. Toad.
Yeah, no, I would have I enjoyed Toad.
Well, no, miss, you didn't see Mr. Badger.
No, I know, right? I didn't get that. But they all at the farm or something, you know.
You see pictures of him on the wall at Mr. Toad's.
Yeah.
I guess he's going to be in the sequel, probably.
Yeah.
You stay away from my son, Mr. Big Boy. I was looking at it and I was just like, one of the worst games I played this year was the Sherlock Holmes game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because
I saw, that looked really tacky and boring.
In order to complete that game, you have to get 26 different murder cases done, right?
Right.
Different people in the same cases arrested for different reasons. And it takes probably about 100 hours to play it. And it's so boring asking questions and stuff. Because it's like, we will hide behind here, won't we, Watson? And you're like, oh, I got it for free. It was free on PlayStation Plus.
Yeah, it was free on PlayStation Plus. Yeah, I think I've got it on the PS3, ready to download on the PS3.
I got it, and I'm just like, oh, you're right, Big Bay.
I've seen gameplay footage of it, like when it was first out. And I was just like, my God, that looks boring as shit. I was just like...
all I'm going to start going is like this. I'm going to start going like this all the time. Stay away from my son, Big Boy.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it randomly. I'm going to be in a queue and go, stay away from my son, Big Boy. And see if people just turn around and look at me. When I go, what did you say? I'm going to say, I was talking to myself. When I go, what were you saying? I'm going to say, I was quoting Wolf Among Us.
Yeah, Wolf Among Us.
Because you've got a little boy, and I was going to be Big B. I just have the way he attacks the little kid. The little Toad.
Yeah.
You saw something, didn't you? What did you say? Stay away from my son, Big B.
Nothing, sir.
I just like Bluebeard. I was like, I like how angry he was all the time.
I know, right? It was fucking Georgie Porgy that got me. This freaking strip club owner.
Did you play the whole game?
Yes.
Okay, so obviously I'm not spoiling it then.
Yeah.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum, two of my favourite characters in the game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, just because
they're so... annoyed the pants off me.
Just because they're so stupid. To be honest with you, I like the game, but it's one of those games I could never play again.
Yeah, no, I don't feel like I could go back to it. So
exactly, there's no replay. I mean, I can play The Walking Dead again. Let's say in 2 years.
Yeah, but I didn't I? When I got the on PS4 as opposed to I played them originally on Xbox. So
yeah, but you can't. I can't play it again on. I can't play it again. I
had to replay a couple bits, didn't I, to get some of the comic, the book entries. And I find Beast and Beauty so friggin' boring. It's like, why are you calling each other Beast and Beauty? You do actually have names. You know, you're Belle and you're whatever he's stupid.
But that's because it's the fables, isn't it? They have to call each other.
I know.
Like Snow White. Snow White's your name isn't Snow White, is it?
No, I know. But yeah, no, I just found Beast and Beauty really boring.
I felt like they had no chemistry whatsoever.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. There's these upper class bloody. Oh, we're used to living this way. We can't live any other way. I was just like, oh,
you know, they used to. In the movie, they looked so in love, but in that, they looked like they were both having affairs.
They look like brother and sister, if I'm honest. But it's just.
I wonder if they had a platonic relationship. I wonder. You know, I was sitting there and I was playing the game. I just was like, eh. See, with Tales of Borderlands, once I got past the episode, I was hooked. You know?
Yeah.
Wolf Among Us, I was, oh, for fuck's sake, I said yes yesterday. Hold on. You know, but yeah, I mean, it was all right.
Yeah.
My fucking cousin.
Oh, really? Is this about you talking?
It was because I said I'll talk to you tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
And he messages me saying, "Are we on tonight?" You know, like sorry about that.
That's okay.
When you thinking? Oh.
It's getting that time to kind of start signing off anyway, I guess. So.
Anyway, did you want to say anything? Do you want to talk about any subjects while we've still got some time?
I'm kind of tempted to leave it till next week now. But
well, it's up to you. If you want to talk about it next week.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, that's stupid. I put about 12. Okay, so 45 minutes time then.
Oh my God! Well done. You know how long it. 45 minutes.
The thing that annoys me is he knows I'm in a chat.
Yeah.
You know, and he's the only person.
He knows you're in the chat. Yeah.
And he's the only person we'll respond to because obviously, you know, it's my family.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it now. Done.
I feel like we've kind of talked about games a lot and stuff like that, so I feel like other stuff could maybe wait. You know, like for like
that's up to you.
Especially because like the end of the chat, I don't want it to be like you know like.
Okay. Well, it's up to you. I'm giving you that option, all right?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
No, if you want to, if it's up to you. If you want to wait till next week, sure. If you want to do it today, that's fine. Whatever time.
Yeah.
Suppose we had more comments.
No, we've not really had anybody watching, have we? So.
No. Alex said he was going to pop in this week.
He did. He'll probably turn up at midnight again when we're signed off.
What annoys me about that is he knows what time we started because he used to be in them all the time.
I know.
And he used to watch them.
Too busy with his new lady friends that he's having platonic relationships with.
Hey, he's probably watching the chat while getting it on.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and Ashley was going to pop in and didn't.
Yes.
You know, people.
It's sad when we get used to seeing certain people turn up and then they don't. So, but
no Last Avenger either.
No, I'm surprised.
You know.
But
you know,
yeah, if you don't mind me waiting until next week. Sorry, I know we've made jokes tonight, but.
We'll make a big section of it for you for next week.
No, I didn't mean like.
No, I
don't want it to be right at the end of the chat where I feel like we're like, you know, like.
No, what I mean is, but in the fact we can talk about the documentary bit as well.
Yeah. You
know, give you a good like time for it so that you can talk about, you know, what you think of stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
Because I can easily talk about that. You know, X-Files is like my bread and butter. You know.
I'll send you the link. It'll give you a good laugh.
Yeah, you send me a link and I'll watch it.
Yeah.
And then it'll be easier to talk about because I'll be like, oh boy, so much emotion in me. The Gillian Anderson just walked across that room.
Yeah. Oh. It made you feel so ill.
It's like looking at a frog.
Oh dear.
That face. Oh.
Really doesn't do it for you. That's so funny.
But
I got my very special present from my very special friends.
Look at that. Very nice. You know what disappointed me with them, I looked at them, was how many pages there is.
Yeah.
I was like, there ain't that many pages in them, is there?
No, I know. You'd expect them to be bigger.
They look big, though. To be fair, they look big when you look at them.
Like an actual, actual strip of, that's awesome. I didn't notice
that is nice. You know, that shows that it's good quality.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I like that.
Oh, I like that. That picture's nice, what I'm seeing. Actually, you know what? Funny enough, it looks bigger when you look at it on the can. It looks like it's 400 pages on the can.
I know. Look at that.
You know, you wouldn't think that was like 200 pages.
But you would think that it's more, wouldn't you? You know.
You'd think volume 1 and 2 would basically go in each other, wouldn't you? And let's be fair.
Yeah.
You know, and then you'd think that 3 and 4 would have been in each other.
As I was saying to you, I'm just surprised that the current season 11 of the comics is being capped off at episode 8 and issue 8, and I'm just like, why we've had the last season was 25 issues, you know, went over 2 years, and now we're only getting that. I don't know if it's because of the revival or what, but it just seems odd that it's being capped at 8 issues.
Maybe it's because they're Canadian limited stuff, just in case.
Yeah.
Talking about presents, I have to tell you, boy, about how excited you were by the Saw movies.
Yes, this sounds so sad. But I've had Saw 1 to 5. My sister used to buy. I had first couple of Saws, and then my sister made it like an annual thing to buy me the Saw movies. And I've had Saw 1 to 5 for a good while, and I never got Saw 6, and I never saw the final one, even when it came out at the cinema. And I've been wanting them for years, and I keep looking them up, and I'm like, I'm not prepared to pay that, this, that, and the other. And then Malcolm finally got them, so my collection is complete until the new ones come out.
Oh, well, yeah, those two ones, they're the worst.
I know. Everybody says they're the worst, and I don't doubt for a second that they're shit. But it would be nice to just finally watch them.
Are you gonna watch them? Yeah, you could ruin your movie a night.
Yeah. Just start off again with the whole Saw. Yeah. A whole week of Saw. Can you imagine? Back to back.
I see Saw because I went to the Saw and I heard the Saw and I saw the Saw and Seesaw.
Seesaws on the seesaw.
Imagine it. I watched them all. I watched them all back to back. I think it was over 3 days.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You know, after I'd watched them many times.
Did that drive you slowly mad?
No, I remember the only one I have fond memories of is number 5.
Right.
Number 1 to me is the best one by far.
I don't remember much about 5.
But number 5, I remember very clearly because Statham, I think not Statham, I can't remember his name, but he dies. He gets crushed over Detective Hoffman.
Yeah, I remember that bit. Yeah.
I remember it very clearly because I watched it in the cinema.
Yeah.
On my own, with my pants down.
Yeah.
And it was a very strange moment, but I enjoyed it. Yeah. You know, I highly recommend if you're in the cinema on your own, have a wank. A horror movie. Yeah. It's one of the greatest moments you'll have in your life.
I'm hoping to see Star Wars with Donna tomorrow. So.
Oh no.
Yes, turn into the dark side.
So that means I'm gonna have to. Be like this now. Well, you know what?
That's if we go. Donna's unfortunately she was very, very ill today, so I don't know if she'll be okay too. But
I think to be honest, Star Wars is meant to be seen in the cinema.
Yeah.
You know,
I think that's the best escape for the scope for that.
Yeah. I don't like going to the cinema, but there's films that should be in the cinema like that. You know.
Yeah.
Like Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit movies, they should all be in the cinema.
Yeah.
You know, you'll have to tell me what you think of it because I know a lot of people are going, "Oh, it's the best movie ever," and I'm like, "It's the hype saying that." Yeah, I bet a lot of people.
Yeah, as long as it's better than Phantom Menace, anything's better, I guess.
Thank God. If you'd have said Revenge of the Sith, I'd have gone mental.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I like Revenge of the Sith. So.
Revenge of the Sith to me is the best Star Wars movie of all time.
Oh, really? I didn't want to go that far, but it was certainly better than the previous 2.
A lot of people say Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, didn't they?
Yeah. I don't know what my favourite is. I'm not as big a Star Wars fan as everybody else is. I like it, but you know, I don't have the same passion for it that other people do. So.
I don't have passion for those stuff as much, but I do like watching them. It comes out on Blu-ray April 5th.
Yeah. Oh,
so
really?
I'll probably wait till then and watch it then.
That's really quickly. Yeah.
Yeah, I said to Don, it's one of those films I wouldn't mind paying $19 for to watch because, hey, it'd be worth it because me and Donna would both enjoy it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and I'd probably watch it a few times. But
are you going to get the Star Wars DLC for Battlefront, the new episode?
I don't know. I know I'm not going to pay the $49.
Yeah.
But it depends. I might buy like the odd map if it's a really good one.
Because I know Donna was saying about the new Disney Infinity Star Wars, packs. So they didn't get it, but they might get that. So
Disney Infinity. Not a real game. Ooh.
It's not for me personally, but I get why it's for other people. So
I'll say to you what I said to Donna the other night. Right? My Donna, that is, in case people wonder.
Yeah.
I said, look, there's two types of people in this world. Right? I said there's real gamers that play real games. Right? And then there's the people that play Disney Infinity and Lego Dimensions.
That's right? Not fair, but yeah, right? Okay.
It is fair. It is fair because since I've never played either, I can say, right?
You can totally pass judgment because you've never.
Okay. You know, no, in all honesty, I look at those games and I can't see being interested. To me, it isn't that I think people can't play games. It's the fact that I look at them and I go, these are a con. Because people have to buy new things to put on them. To me, that's the con.
Right. Yeah.
You know, when you have to pay like £14 for little figures.
Yeah, to get little figures, yeah.
Then when a year later they get like 4.0 and you can't use them, to me that's a con.
Yeah.
You know? So I don't agree with that, and I think people are mugs for paying him. But that's my opinion. You know, if Donna enjoys it and Ashley enjoys it because I know he plays Lego Dimensions, that's up to them. You know?
Yeah.
But to me, real gamers play the hardcore stuff. You know, I'm lucky Donna's not watching.
Everybody's gone to the rapture.
Yeah, I say I'm lucky Donna's not watching.
I know.
You know.
She probably is sat there, bless her, watching. You know, sniffling.
She's watching there, going, "Oh, it's
about feel better soon, Donna."
Don't know if you're watching. I hope you feel better, and I'll see you next Christmas. Yeah. But you know, it amazes me. I just sit there and I'm like, because I've seen people play them in the shop, you know, in Best Buy.
Yeah.
I just like, you know, I can't see it. To me, I feel like these are things that should have been out like 10 years ago. You know.
Yeah.
But then with all this virtual reality stuff, I guess it's close to that in a way because it's similar in a way. You know what I mean? Like we're using more technology to do things without doing other things. I just think because I went in Best Buy with Donna and I said to her, "You see that?" Because she went, "What's all these figures for?" I said, "You put them on the Infinity thing." I said, "And they were like $15 each." I said, "That's ridiculous."
Mm.
You know. And she was like, "Really?" She went, "I ain't doing that." I said, "Good." I said, "Because if you said so, I'd be going." Yeah. And when the starter kit's like $80, you're just like, "Come on."
Yeah, exactly.
You know, but what would I know? I've never played them, so they could be the most best thing in the whole world. In case people wondering, I did the same with Evil Within, and look what happened. So. Yeah,
exactly. He makes judgments without, like, you know.
It's the man thing to do, you know. You know, one thing I've noticed about some people is sometimes they look constipated when they play. You know, luckily, I don't have that issue, but I know some people struggle with that. That's one of the best sayings I've ever heard in my life. I told Donna it this morning, and she was in tears of laughter. I said,
they did! They totally did! Seriously!
When Donna plays, she's like this. This is how Donna plays. She's as a control, she's like this.
Oh, she's orgasming while playing it.
Like this.
She sat there with a vibrator in while she's playing.
Oh, I wish that'd be amazing, wouldn't it? Can you imagine that? I'd be standing there going, "Oh, hello."
That's what I love about watching my Let's Plays. You know, my first impression videos. I'm sat there with such concentration. I'm like,
I'm telling you, your Let's Play, you got a new one. You got to do a new one. You got to do better. You got to do a new one.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do Battlefield Hardline.
Because I'm so addicted to watching them. Do you know I've watched every single one of them about 4 times? Seriously, I'm addicted to them.
I feel sad because I know the Fallout one was quite boring. But,
the Fallout one was hysterical.
Just because you like my bastardized special needs Mulder.
what I like about your Just Cause 3 one was hardly any gameplay, just you trying to climb up mountains. It was like zip, 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 and then
attaching bombs to goats and that.
And then at the end, you fly down. And you go, that's a nice view. At the camera, and you go, all right, guys, I'm gonna call it there. That was a funny one, and all I keep thinking about is editing that video and saying even more funny. And whenever I watch it, I watch that end bit. I must watch that end bit about 50 times.
I watched it a lot, but just because I love attaching that fucking deer to that car, and then that car that runs me over, and I'm just like, what have we learned? What have we learned? Not to run Tash over.
I love how the person in the car has a hat on.
Yeah. And I'm just like, she's like, nee. So I shoot her, and I'm like, couldn't have happened to a nicer lady, bitch.
I honestly don't see why people think Just Cause 3 is such a good game.
It's so boring. Yeah, I don't get that.
I mean, it's fun. I mean, it's fun.
Oh, it's mindless, like Michael Bay bullshit fun, but
there's no real kind of anything going on.
There's nothing new. There's nothing interesting to it. So.
I can't find the new missions.
Oh, really? Yeah, I really struggle with the whole looking for new shit.
I just like taking over settlements.
I just love blowing shit up.
Well, I like that you can connect things and just pull it and they all just fall on top of each other.
Yeah.
I like that. That's an easy plat game, though.
You reckon?
Yeah, if you take the time, it's an easy plat because you've got to collect. You've got to collect like 1,000 collectibles, and they show up on your map once you do settlements.
Oh, really?
And then what happens is, as you get close to them, you have like your radio go beep 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 beep, and you find them.
Yeah.
Because I've got a few of them.
Mm.
Yeah, I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna plat the game. My goal in the next 6 months. My goal in the next 6 months is to plat every single game I own at the minute.
Really? No.
Yeah, that's my goal. It won't happen, but it's my goal.
Alright, I'm still waiting for you to play Portal.
I'm still playing Portal soon.
I'm joking. That's right, we played the board game of that the other day, so.
I've got to play.
Hey, no, great.
I've got to play these again. I've got to play number 1 again on the PS3 and plat that because I did have it played and it got wiped. I don't know how that happened, but it got wiped.
The only thing about that is the fact you have to play it like 4 times through or something.
Well, the annoying thing with this is, in order to do this, I have to play each game 3 times.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, yeah.
Because I've got to get the Fat Drake costume one and do that and all.
Yeah.
I can't wait to be Donut Drake and listen to him and listen to him and Elena getting it on and stuff. It's just going to be so fun. With the donut grease on his shirt and everything.
With the donut, yeah.
You know, and Sully going, oh, you know, and especially the bit where, especially number 2, where he hugs Chloe on the bed and that.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
That's going to be brilliant.
Oh, no, squash her.
Oh, that'd be brilliant. Luckily, I've completed the first 2 upstairs, so I can transfer the data over, and I can carry on from there.
Oh, excellent! Yeah.
So I'm happy about that. Yeah, let me finish off in style with my Minecraft classes on them.
Yeah, as we sign out. Yeah, I would get my Turtles ones down, but I'll pull everything off the shelf again. So.
Yeah, because all your stuff on your shelf is like this, isn't it? And if you pull one, it's like, wow, it's like an avalanche. This is how you. This is when you know you're caught, when you go like this. Let me show you like this.
So I put on the beanie with the tags
There
on
you
it,
go.
so. Oh, yeah.
It's beanie time. Look at that. All you need is a pair of glasses like mine, and you can pull in your inner Adam.
Yeah, exactly.
I love how on you it looks like you've got a penis in there. Yeah, it's like you've got. It's like you've either got a penis in there or you're a conehead. You know, like in the movie. Like, no matter what you do, it still looks like it's so funny.
Like I'm in freaking E17 or something.
Exactly.
Or you know, Paul Whitehouse with his up for it kind of top man.
Oh dear, you should get some baggy pants and just be like, and just go like, "Yo, man, how you doing?" Yeah. Be like, what's his name?
I could start a whole. Yeah. I could start a whole new trend with the tags on the top. Look, you know.
Yeah, look, I've got a tag on top of my penis head. That's not a tag. That's dried up semen.
I really don't know what to do about that. I don't want to cut it off, so I guess I'll like have to stitch it down or something.
It just looks weird, especially when you have it down. It looks like you've got a hole in your hat.
I don't know what to do.
That is so weird. That's so weird to look at because I'm looking at it and all I see is like it looks like you should have dreadlocks in there and all because the way it's like over. Yeah. That's crazy.
Anyway, enough of that. I guess we should start signing out.
We probably should. Yeah, let's.
Otherwise, you're probably going to get a message in like you know because. It's 27 minutes until your cousin took.
See, this is what you look like when you look like this and you've got it on.
Oh.
You do. Look. There you go. Look. Starting a new trend now. Look what you've done. It actually does look like a penis now if I do it like this.
That looks just wrong. You look like a cat in a hat, you know.
Actually, that's a good point. Oh, here we go. There we go. Hold on. I've got the beard. Hold on. Ask me a question. Go on. Ask me a question.
So, how much of a collection of Funkos have you got?
Oh dear. Here we go. Watch. No wonder you put me on ignore. What has made me laugh was how when this face looked like this, I thought someone was inner channeling Hitler.
Yeah, right.
But it was like this, right?
You just see the flames burning behind their eyes, can't you?
I've never ever seen somebody in a chat look so angry and so lost. You know what I mean?
I love I'm sat here in my X-Files Christmas top and my X-Files beanie. I'm like the.
So you know, because these are very comfortable, right?
Yeah.
But I can never imagine wearing one out.
I couldn't wear it at length. I don't know how people wear them like all day or something.
Yeah. When I see people wearing them all day, I'm like, have they got half a head missing or something? Because I'll give it like 20, 30 minutes. I'm boiling.
Yeah. It's like really itchy on my hair.
Oh,
but...
that's the video I'm going to be doing as well. I'm going to be doing my hangout with myself. So.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I bet that'd be fascinating. Are you like looking in the mirror on one side and just like...
Yeah, I'm going to be being somebody else, but towards myself.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be, obviously I think we know I'm going to be.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk on one side, on the other side I'm going to go like this. I'll be like this. Are you all right?
Anybody tuning in now is like, what the fuck is this chat about? Taking the piss out of people that wear beanies.
Hey, you started it. You're the one who put yours on. And then,
hey, look, you put your Minecraft glasses on. I didn't have anything to hand, so that was the only thing I had to hand.
Let's see how it looks with the thing. Next week, I'll have to put my police glasses on because I ain't worn them in ages. There we go. Look at this. This is the hip version, maybe.
Oh dear.
I got loads of Funko Pops, and I'm rocking. Not only do I like Funko Pops, but also like rocking to pop music. Yeah.
Yeah, mad for it.
It's a nice day for it, isn't it? Me love me Funko Pops. You know what? I used to have 14. I used to have 14 Funko Pops. So guess how many I got now? I got 15. Yeah. Oh, guess what Funko Pop I got the other day? I bet you can't guess. I got a frozen one. It's rare.
Oh, dear.
I don't believe it. Look at me. Oh, yeah. Someone asked me about a chat, and I said, no. Do you know why?
Go on.
When I'm in a chat, I look like this. But when I'm not in the chat, I'm playing my
This is what I like.
When I'm playing my Funko Pops, I'm like, yeah. I got rid of my whole DVD collection so I can buy Funko Pops, everybody. And do you know why? Because I make love to these Funko Pops. Yeah. I get them out of the box. I clean them up. I shine them up real good. And then you know what I do? I drop them pants. And I do things with them. I'm not going to tell you because that would be wrong on YouTube.
Anyway, we're going to have to... You got your chat with your cousin shortly, and we have a little...
Yeah. Yeah, rocking it out. Yeah. I think we need to end the chat in a minute. Yeah. Shit, I'm in my own world now, aren't I? Fuck. There we go. I think that's nice. It's ended now. That was a weird moment of me channeling through someone else's energy.
Yeah.
And the worst part about it is me and him have something common. Both fucking going bald, don't we?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, anyone watches this, it was a parody of me being somebody else.
Yeah.
The only reason I call it the inner Adam is because Adam wears the beanie.
Yeah.
That's the reason I call it inner Adam. And he does collect Funko Pops.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm messing about.
Yeah.
You know, obviously, I don't think he sticks Funko Pops up his bum.
No.
Right? If he did, it'd be in the hospital.
When you start getting the slander suing suits, then...
He can't stand to me. I never said his full name. You can only slander something to full name.
Very true.
Okay, so plans for the rest of the week.
Probably making that video about games. Probably gaming. Hopefully Star Wars tomorrow. But other than that, nothing. No real plans. Not even for New Year's. I think I'm going to be on my own for New Year's. So it'll be sad, but we'll see.
No.
What about you? Any plans for seeing in New Year's?
Not really. Donna goes to bed before New Year's.
Oh, yeah.
Some point going to be on my own as well. You know, at the time.
Yeah.
But she always goes to bed before New Year's, so it's like,
yeah.
You know. But it's all right because I'll have a nice New Year because I'll have a nice big dinner. You know.
Yeah.
Donna goes to bed at like 9:30, so.
What is the plan regarding gaming for Friday, by the way? Are we not gaming Friday?
What day's Friday?
New Year.
I don't know. Did you want to?
Well, if I understand, obviously Donna wants time with you as well. So.
I'll ask Donna. I'll see what Donna says. Maybe we could for a couple of hours, maybe.
Yeah.
And I'll ask her and say, yeah.
Yeah, I'll understand if not.
I was going to say because she might be awake for a couple of hours, you know.
Yeah.
You know, especially if I say that Tash is on her own at New Year's. And, you know, I think.
No, I don't want to take away from your time. So.
2 days after New Year, so Sunday's my birthday.
Yeah, I know, right?
Sunday's my birthday, boy. Please send your cards to PO Box, Malcolm the Hunky YouTube. IL.
I'm annoyed that your birthday present's not going to get to you in time, but
It can't be helped. Okay, let's be honest.
it's your fault. You changed your list.
Yeah, it's true. But let's be honest. The Christmas ones got here beforehand, and let's be honest. My birthday's so close.
Yeah.
You know, it's near impossible to do it because of all the holiday.
No, because of the holiday and all that, yeah.
And to be honest, if you buy from iSpots, it's ridiculous paying big postage for something.
Yeah.
Like that. I mean, I'd rather you pay medium.
I'd rather put the money towards something than pay for postage.
I'd rather you pay for medium mail and get something else instead of paying, like, let's say $20 when you could pay $11 for something else and pay $4.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
That's how I look at it when I buy stuff.
Yeah.
Plus, on HighSpots, you should probably have about a $5 voucher now.
Oh, okay.
Because of the points.
Because of the Okay.
You know, because from what I looked at, it looked like you know. So.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, always check the points because it's always when you're above the, you know.
Right. Yeah.
So you might get $4 off or something. I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. So my plans for this week is going to be partying.
Hardcore partying.
I'm going to do a video of me just putting that beanie on that, just going, yeah, look at me, my pops. I think, you know what? I think that was a really good moment. I saw myself in the thing just a minute ago on the repeat.
Of course you were. Yeah.
I was like, you know what? That adds some serious skill to it. I mean, the head wiggling and everything, you know, it was amazing. Hold on.
Yeah.
So good looking. I tell you, when I go to Comic Con, you can see me at Comic Con, you're going to go, oh, did you just say that? I'm going to point in the mirror and go, it's myself. And look in the mirror, that'd be brilliant. Can you imagine prom next year looking at me like,
yeah.
That was brilliant. I went as myself.
Yeah.
God, if I was really that way, that would be a serious problem, I tell you. Okay, well, I guess we better say our byes.
Yeah.
Okay. I shall go first. I shall let you end the chat today.
Okay.
I'd like to thank everybody for coming here. John, and Jimbo. I will say Jimbo because I don't want to say his name because he's pissed me off. I've had enough. Sick and tired of it. I'm watching your back. You watch your back, motherfucker, because I'm coming for you. But no, seriously, thanks everybody for popping in. Even though, other than John, it actually reminded me of the old days of John. He did most of the comments.
Yeah, I know, right?
I remember when John used to come in and do the comments. So it was nice that he did most comments, really. So thanks, John, for popping in. And it was nice that he was so eager about the PS4 as well.
Yeah.
Thanks, John, for popping in. 2004 Punk, John. But kind of weird only saying two things and then leaving. But maybe we'll get a talk soon. And thanks to the other guy. I'd like to thank Tash for being here because without Tash being here, the chats won't be so good. My partner in crime, the sketchy one, the co-host. You know, the beauty of the chat. That's me, by the way. I'm just talking about myself.
Oh.
No, seriously. The best part of the chat, you know. No, not me, you, obviously. Yeah, I'm serious. No, you are. You're the best part of the chat. Without you here, right, the chat won't be as good as it is.
Thank you.
There you go. So thank you for being there. I'm looking forward to another year of great chats. I'm looking forward to another year of great friendship. And I'd like to tell everybody, like I told you last night, I'm very grateful for your friendship. You've been an awesome friend, and I can't wait till our friendship can not only be online but also in real life. Yeah,
that'll be fun.
You know. So thanks everybody. Take care, and I'll hand you over to Tash.
Thanks so much to everybody that turned up. Everybody who watches it after the fact, please comment. It would be nice to know you're out there somewhere. And
the truth is out there.
It is. It's still out there. But
please have a platonic relationship
I won't go
with
where
us.
I was going to go with that. What?
Please, all of you have a platonic relationship with us.
We want to feel that platonicness, people. Please, bring. What the fuck? You watch next week and you'll find out. I love the internet, seriously. No, thanks so much to those that tuned in. Thanks, especially John, who works. Thanks for the questions and stuff. So it's cool to know that he's got the PS4. Please, 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 please subscribe to Malcolm's awesome channel if you have not already. He's got some awesome videos on the way, and really looking forward to seeing those. And he's a really great guy, and I'm so lucky to have him as a friend. And I want to thank you for that, Malcolm, and for putting up with me and everything like that.
Nah,
so
it's you who puts up with me.
well, sometimes. No, I'm joking.
Oh, okay. Oh, but then I was like,
burn. No, I am so lucky, and I'm looking forward to another year of awesome chats and awesome gaming and stuff. And I'm looking forward to hearing other people's thoughts on stuff, and look forward to next week's chat. And I hope everybody has a very happy new year, that it brings everything everybody wants their way. Whether they deserve it or not is, no, I'm joking. No, I hope everybody has a very happy and healthy new year, and look forward to next week. Take care, everybody. Bye.